but can do it here. Swinging a drive. Deep center field. Going back is Scott. And that one is gone. This game is tied at 6. Harden drives in. Harden. And it's rejected by Flag. Flag recovers it. Flag driving. He might go coast to coast. Gives it to Nembhard in the corner. Nembhard for 3. Bang for 3. Ryan Nembhard makes it a 20-point lead. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders! Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown. And welcome in everybody to District Nation as we're getting ready for the third game of a 3-game series, and you might notice a change in the setup. I am looking to the right now whenever I look at my laptop because my laptop's over here and this screen is now fully live. The screen over here is completely live, so I'm going to have much better time watching the game. It won't be off the internet anymore, so I'm actually going to be a lot more live, and I might be ahead of ESPN for once. But once again, hello everybody, and we are in for the third game of a 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. Welcome into District Nation. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel. We're getting closer and closer to 300 subscribers. I think there's a chance we hit it tonight. If we get a good amount of subscribers tonight, we could hit 300 tonight. That would be really cool. So tonight, the Nationals are going to play the Padres this afternoon game, so we can't really say tonight, but the Nationals will have a matinee game and a rubber match of a 3-game series. The Nationals in D.C. Game 1, they lose. They had to face Mason Miller. Mason Miller does get the save in the end, so the Nationals can't get the win over there. But this time, the Nationals will now come in, and they're going to try to take one from the Padres and take a series from the Padres. The past few games and the past few seasons, it's been hard for the Nationals to take series from the Padres. Usually when they play the Padres are when we start to fall off a little bit after we play the Padres. Max Scherzer faced the Padres, went in 2021. That was one of his last starts in a Nationals uniform. The Padres, big part of 2022. Juan Soto taken from us. Josh Bell taken from us. 2023 and 2024 were beaten by the Padres, and we start to fall off a little bit. This year, it has not been that through the first 2 games. Game 1, the Padres beat us, but it wasn't commanding. It wasn't a big win. That's the thing. They did not absolutely defeat us. The Padres didn't demolish us. And I think by the numbers, they should have. 32 and 25 for the Padres. The Nats, 30 and 29. The Nationals are a different team this year. New management, new coach. Everything is different around here in D.C. The Nationals are showing that. And the Nationals as well, they are 10 games out of first, but they're half a game behind the Phillies. So they're only half a game of getting into second place, and they are not too far out of a wild card spot. Sure, tomorrow is June. Tomorrow's the first day of June, but who knows? Yesterday, the Nationals had a power showcase. I think we can say that. The Nationals had an absolute power showcase. Charles saying, Mr. District CEO host, great afternoon. What's up, Charles? Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for tuning in, Charles. So I'm going to have to look over when I look at the chat now. But I like this setup because the game is a lot more live. I'm using a remote to control it as well, which is really great. And I can check up on some other channels that I have live to check up on some other channels. We can check on other scores of other games just by doing this. I can look at college baseball real quickly, just the coverage that's going on. College baseball looks like it's in ads, but I can look at that now, which is really cool. And we can look at minor league baseball. I have a lot nationally televised and on cable that I have. That's how I'm going to watch the games now. Hit the like button and subscribe to District Nation Network. Let's go. And of course, feel inspired to join the chat. You're welcome to do so at any time. Respectfully, yes, you are. Join in the chat. Say what's up. Tell me how your day is going. Tell me who you think is going to win this game. I want to hear everyone's feedback. Put it in the chat. Tell me who you're rooting for. Looks like we're already 50-50 in the poll, Nats Padres. Be sure to vote. Let everyone put in their opinion. So the Nationals, wearing their alternate red uniforms with the curly W logo on them. Zach Littell takes the mound for the Nationals. How does Littell fare against a team who's hit a few home runs in this series? And yes, I say a few, but Fernando Tatis had his first home run in a Padres uniform just now. He was able to hit a home run in a Padres uniform for the first time this season. That's crazy. Tatis finally gets it, and he had the biggest celebration. He raised his hands up when he got it. I was on the Power Ranking stream with PAS earlier today. Once again, shout out to PAS. Check his channel out. I did Power Rankings over there, and Tatis hit a home run. I was talking about it with him. He threw his hands up in worship when he hit that home run. That was not a celebration. I thought the Nationals would plunk him. I realistically thought they would because Tatis had a huge celebration for a home run. I think it was a 2-1 game by that point, 3-1. The Padres had the lead. The Nationals ended up winning. We won 9-4. So the Nationals got the win. They still put it away. And the Padres now, today, are going to have to come back and battle and try to take the series from a red-hot Nationals team. The Nationals offense has been looking really, really good of late. This is one of the best offenses in the league. Looking at the numbers with PAS during his power ranking stream, the Nationals offense is the best offense in the league, obviously. Absolutely 100%. Beautiful day in paradise today. Let's go, Charles. And I think it's paradise in D.C. today. Nationals going to have paradise for a little while. You could say it's paradise over there. The Nationals find themselves third in the NL East, but they're only half a game behind the Phillies for second place. The Braves are 40-19. They're going to have that spot. They are definitely going to keep that spot. Braves are getting first place in the NL East. No one's really catching up. The Phillies probably won't catch up. I don't think the Nationals will catch up, but then I think the Nats, there's a realistic chance they get to second place. Second place in the NL East, that could happen. Nationals could have that. And I think third place is going to fall to the Phillies. Fourth will fall to the Mets. The Mets will overtake the Marlins. Marlins will be last. I think that is my NL East predictions, and we're coming into June. So we're getting closer and closer to points where you actually got to start predicting what's going to be the finals. And I think the Nationals have 3 All-Stars on All-Star Watch. The PS Network is now working channel with District Nation Network. Yes, Charles. So now we're about 5 minutes out from first pitch. I am going to be much more on time with ESPN. We'll get started with the starting lineups in just a moment, talk about the pitching matchup here. Griffin Canning, his ERA has not been great. That's the thing. Griffin Canning's ERA has not been great. If you want to get to him, you got to get to him. Over 7 ERA through his first few starts. If you get to him, score runs, this team will be good. That is my opinion. The Nationals, you get to him early, though. And I said All-Star Watch. Wood Abrams, first the 2 hitters. I think it's realistic. C.J. Abrams. Do you think we have a shot at the playoffs, says Ian? Yes, I do. I think the Nationals have a realistic shot at the playoffs because the NL Central teams are starting to fall off here. The NL Central teams were basically the holders of the playoffs. They had the playoffs. Now they don't. They don't have the playoffs anymore. That's the thing. They used to be, they're the ones bringing in. No, this NL Central is not great. The Pirates are falling off. The Cardinals are starting to fall off. Even the Brewers are starting to, the Brewers, they're pretty good. Cubs have had 2 separate 10-win losing streaks, winning streaks, then another winning streak, and then another losing streak. 4 times, a 10-game win streak, a 10-game losing streak, another 10-game win streak, then a 10-game losing streak. Wow. That's interesting. So they're very bipolar. Can a bipolar team win in the playoffs? Can they even make the playoffs? Now we're about 4 minutes out from first pitch, a little bit more. Griffin Canning, you got to get to him early. Zach Littell, it's the same. I hope the Nats can use Littell and they don't give up too many runs. That is my hope and my prayer. That hopefully, Zach Littell can give us 5 innings of good work. 5 innings is all we need. He's going to start. He's going to get the start. We're not going to do the opener strategy today. Richard Lovelady can come out of the pen. Littell is going to come and start this game. Keibert Ruiz over his last 7 games. 12 RBIs. Can he bring some RBI power today? If he does, the Nats will get working. He had a home run on Friday. The Nationals on Saturday. Balls were flying. Louis had 7 RBIs in the last 5 games. Drew Millis had a bomb yesterday. We did not think Millis would ever do that, but Drew Millis was our guy yesterday with the home run. Curtis Mead on Friday had a bomb. Mead got a pinch hit opportunity where he hit a double that cleared the bases. Sorry we gave you Miles. I know he's horrible. Meatball Michaelis. Yep. Very bad, but let's go. Meatball Michaelis, absolutely terrible, but we can live with him. I think the Nationals can live with him. Now we're about 3 minutes away from first pitch. We're going to do our starting lineups and batting order right here on District Nation as we get ready for this game. First, for Craig Stammen, San Diego Padres. They're 32-25. They're second in the NL West. Leading off is going to be Fernando Tatis Jr. Batting second is going to be the designated hitter, Gavin Sheets. Batting third is going to be Manny Machado. He's the third baseman. Batting fourth is the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Batting fifth is going to be the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. At batting sixth is going to be Ty France. He's the first baseman in today's game. Batting seventh is going to be Nick Castellanos. He's going to be in left field. Batting eighth is going to be Sung Moon Song. Sun Mun Song is going to be the 8-hole hitter. He's the second baseman. And batting ninth is going to be the catcher, Freddie Fermin. The catcher. I like saying his name like that. It's fun to say. And on the mound is going to be Griffin Canning. Is 0-3 with a 7.54. And now, recap on the Padres. Tatis Jr., Sheets, Machado, Bogaerts, Merrill, France, Castellanos, Song, and Fermin with Canning on the mound. Now, for your Washington Nationals. Leading it off is going to be the right fielder, James Wood. Batting second, your first baseman, Luis Garcia Jr. Batting third at third base is Curtis Mead. Batting fourth is the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. Batting fifth in left field is Dalen Lyle. Batting sixth in center field is Jacob Young. Batting seventh is going to be the designated hitter, Jose Tena. Batting eighth at second base, Jorbit Vivas. And batting ninth is your catcher, Keibert Ruiz. And on the mound is Zach Littell, 4-4 with a 5.23 ERA. He will not have an opener for today's game. Once again for the Nationals, that's Wood, Garcia Jr., Mead, Abrams, Lyle, Young, Tena, Vivas, and Ruiz with Littell on the mound. So here we go. I don't know if you remember me from the other night, but I've been watching some of your content. Really enjoy it. Thanks, Trent. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go, getting ready to go. Here we go. Padres will hit first. Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to lead it off for the Padres. Zach Littell will take the mound. We're right on time here, 1:35, so we're getting going. It looks like I am live here. I can't get any more live than I am right now. Can't scroll ahead or scroll behind, so we might get going a little late. Let's go, 294 subscribers. Just gained another. Let's go, 2 new before the game even starts. So Nationals need to get runs early in today's game. That's important because Mason Miller might come into the game. You do not want Mason Miller into the game. Mason Miller is the best pitcher in the game right now as a closer. You do not want to have to face him. Nationals Park looking great. Few clouds in the sky. Let's say it's sunny, though. Let's get our first time here. Zach Littell's ready to go. 74 degrees is going to be there. Sunny is our forecast. Let's go. Sunny 1:35 game right here at Nationals Park. Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to lead it off for the Padres. Tatis Jr. is going to be the right fielder today. He was for second base the first 2 games. Sheets will hit second, and then Machado. There's going to be your 1-2-3 punch for the Padres in the first. But thanks so much to those 2 new subscribers already as we're ready for baseball right here on District Nation. Zach Littell getting ready to go. Gets the ball. He is 11 games this season. 7 of them have been starts, but usually he's coming out of the pen in a role after the opener. So this is 8th start of the season, but his 12th role as a starter. So he gets back on the mound. Here we go. Wearing a red undershirt and his long sleeve under his red jersey. Littell work out of the set position here. He comes set. First pitch to Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be swung on and grounded right at the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. Fields it cleanly. Fires to first in time for the out, and we are underway. A couple minutes late at 1:36 was first pitch, but we're underway with a ground out from Fernando Tatis Jr., who grounds out on the first pitch of the game, and that's how we're going to get started right here. So that's out number 1 on a ground out to Abrams. Out number 1, Littell, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's great pace. He had 7 innings of work in his last start. He comes set. First pitch to Gavin Sheets is high and out, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count with that 87-mile-an-hour slider to be a 1-0 count. Thanks for subscribing, Patrick Huggins. Thank you so much for being subscriber 295. Let's go. We're 5 away from 300. Here's the 1-0 to Sheets. Sheets swings and pops this one up on the infield. Mead having a shade from the sun. Still looking for it in the sun, but he's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So usually I'm behind ESPN. Today, I'm ahead of it. Wow. Didn't think I'd be ahead of it. I am watching live TV. This is as live gets. I think MLB goes off of this, which is cable. So 2 outs immediately there from Littell. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Good pace. Now to be Manny, who went yard yesterday, but his average is absolutely terrible. Littell sets first pitch to Manny, and that is in there. Called strike 1 with a fastball at 91 miles an hour. It's an 0-1 count. He's hitting 178. Not what you want from a 3-hitter, but good for the Nats. The 0-1 to Machado is high, ball 1 with a sinker, and that evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1, 2 outs here in the top of the first. So I'm ahead of ESPN, so no spoilers still, as it's 2 outs here. Here comes the 1-1 from Littell, and that is swung on and grounded. This is to Abrams on the hop. He's going to fire it to first in time, and Zach Littell, through the first inning in 5 pitches, 1-2-3 fashion, Good inning there for Zach Littell. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base in the top of the first. What to the bottom of the first? It's Padres nothing. Nationals coming up. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Let's go. 296 subscribers. We are now 4 away from 300. Let's go. And whoever subscribes, you're the 300 subscribers. So if you subscribe at that point, you're good. So thanks to everyone who's tuning in today. We are very live now. But here we go. The Padres are 4.5 games out of first behind the Dodgers, who are 37-21. The Padres are 32-25. James Wood is going to lead it off for the Nationals in the second. Then it's going to be Luis Garcia Jr. and then Curtis Mead. Those are going to be your guys for the Nats in the bottom of the first. Griffin Canning will take the mound. Wood hasn't done it in a little while. Will he hack at the first pitch? Abrams used to be a guy who did that a lot, but Abrams also would pop out to second base as well a lot on the first pitch. So do we really want him swinging every time at the first pitch? Probably not. But if Wood gets a pitch in the zone, why not swing at it? What is there against swinging at the first pitch in the zone? Zach Littell got guys to swing at pitches in the zone, and he went 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 297. We're now 3 away from 300 subscribers. Let's go. We're getting closer and closer, and we have grown so much since the regular season began. So now we're not even to the bottom of the first, and there we go. Patrick Huggins, VP, says, happy to hear Nats play-by-play. Thank you, Patrick Huggins, for tuning in. Mr. Huggins, thanks for tuning in. So now it'll be James Wood to lead it off. Nationals Park, they're showing the sky cam here. Wood will step up to the plate, hits from the left side. It'll be 2 lefties and then a righty in this order. Only 2 guys will hit from the right side of the lineup to start this lineup off. Mead in the 3-hole and then Young in the 6-hole in today's game. Everyone else will hit from the left side to face Canning, the righty. I like that the Nationals do that. Very helpful to the squad. Griffin Canning, 5 starts this season, 0-3 record with a 7.54 over 22.2 innings worked, 13 walks, 24 strikeouts. So he's been striking a few guys out. So he'll go into the line. First pitch to Wood. Wood takes a fastball inside at 93. That's a sinker, and that's ball 1. So that's how the Nationals offense gets started. Wood's been patient this series. Here comes the 1-0. Wood with a ground ball foul on a 90-mile-an-hour changeup, and that evens up the count at 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 here. Now I can actually look at ESPN because I'm ahead of it for once. So now we're evened up at 1-1. Here's the pitch to James Wood. Wood takes a fastball inside, and that makes the count 2-1. I was watching the game at Nationals Park. There's TVs above some of the places you can get on TV. Cable's only like a second behind at most. Here comes the 2-1 to Wood. Wood takes the slider low, ball 3, and that makes it a 3-1 count. So it's 3-1 here to Wood. 271 average, 15 home runs, 37 RBIs on the season with a 9.48 OPS. So it'll be 3-1 here. Here comes the pitch to James Wood. Low and in, ball 4 on a fastball at 95 miles an hour, and James Wood will take a walk to get his day started. So James Wood, patient once again. Last game, he drew a walk to start the game and drew a walk in the 8th off of Mason Miller, which is one of the hardest things to do because Mason Miller throws so many strikes. It's hard to draw a walk on him. Yet, James Wood is able to do it. So that'll be Louis to hit. Coming set is Canning. First pitch now to Garcia. Here's the pitch. Louis takes a fastball right in there, called strike 1 at 95 miles an hour. Gets it in there. Garcia hitting 267 with 4 bombs and 29 RBIs, 704. Wood taking his lead away from first. He's always a threat to go at any point. 0-1 now. Garcia swings and grounds this one to the second baseman. Fires to second in time to first. In time to get Luis Garcia Jr. So a 4-6-3 double play makes it 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Second baseman Song made a nice play. Threw it over to shortstop Bogarts, who was covering, who fired it to first in time for the double play. So that's 2 outs immediately. Nats can't get anything after the Wood walk. And now it would be Curtis Mead. One of 2 righty-righty matchups here in the Nationals offense. 2 guys. That's interesting. Here's the pitch to Mead. He takes a fastball in there, called strike 1, outside corner. Canning at 8 pitches. Not going to beat Littell's, though, where he only had 5 pitches or so in the first inning. 0-1 to Mead. Mead swings and fouls this one off first base side, and it'll be 0-2 now. That was a 95-mile-an-hour pitch in the zone, so it'll be 0-2. I'm well ahead of ESPN. Wow, I'm like a pitch ahead. So don't let ESPN spoil it at all. 0-2, 2 outs. Canning can work out of the wind here with no one on the base paths. Here's the 0-2. Meade swings and grounds this one. Third baseman Machado grabs it. Fires to first. Meade is out on the play. So Manny Machado actually ranged over and made a nice play there. Had to run over towards the hole. And then spun around to make the throw and threw it in time to get Curtis Meade. Feel if that's Jacob Young or C.J. Abrams, he's safe, but not Meade. So that will end the inning. A walk, a double play, and a ground out will be all that the Nationals get in the first. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. What to the second inning? As we head to the second, it's the Padres 0, Nationals 0. Thanks for tuning in on District Nation. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button, help out the channel. We already got plenty of views in. Looks like the Padres are winning the poll currently. Yeah, if Jacob Young hits that ground ball towards the hole, or if C.J. Abrams there, Machado is not making that play. That was a ball well into the hole, and they're running fast. Meade's not too fast. It'll be Xander Bogaerts, Jackson Merrill, and Ty France for the Padres in the second inning. Zach Littell, though, had an absolutely great first inning, only a few pitches thrown. Can he do that again in the second? If he does, he is set up for another outing like his outing on Tuesday, where he went 7 innings after Poland goes 2 as the starter role. Littell just cruised through it, goes 7 innings of great work. And he gave the bullpen a rest there. The Nationals' bullpen has gotten a rest over the last few days. Then yesterday they had to be used a little bit. They were called upon. And on Friday, some arms were used as well. Schultz went an inning, and then Alvarez goes 3, Rebalta goes 1, Parker goes 2, and Henry goes 2. I think of all those guys, Cole Henry could be available today. Varland and Beater were only used for a little while yesterday. I could see Varland throw again today. Schultz could pitch today. Realistically, Parker could pitch today, but I don't want Parker to pitch today. I don't think we saw Disney on Friday. Disney went 1 inning, 7 pitches, so Disney is well available. You could see him out of the pen. We Xander Bogaerts to lead it off for the Padres in the second. So it'll be Bogaerts, the shortstop, to face Littell. Littell comes set. First pitch to Xander Bogaerts, and that is swung on and missed on an 88-mile-an-hour slider outside, and it's 0-1. Went to the pitch outside there, and Bogaerts chased. He's hitting .241 with 8 home runs and 26 ribbies, .685 OPS. Littell sets. Here comes his 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and an 87-mile-an-hour pitch low in the zone, and it's 0-2. I think that was a fastball that time he went back to. First pitch was a slider, and looking at ESPN, I can go back to it now and see what pitch it was. Looks like he went to a slider twice now in this AB. Littell calls his own pitch here on 0-2. He doesn't do it all the time, but he will a little bit. He's at 7 pitches here. He's at 8, though. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball. This can be the third baseman, Meade. Fields cleanly. Fires to first in time for out number 1. Sets 4 retired in a row for Littell. He gets another ground out for out number 1. That was an easy grounder. Hugged the line a little bit, but Meade made a nice running play. Threw it to first. So that's out number 1. Nice play by Meade. So now to bring up Jackson Merrill. Of course, Littell, last game. 7 innings, only 5 hits over that time, too, with only 1 run given up. Walk 2, 7 strikeouts. He was efficient, though, too. But he's being efficient here. First pitch to Merrill, and that is clips the outside part of the zone with a splitter, and it's an 0-1 count. So he gets the split to hit the outside part of the zone, and it's 0-1. Littell comes set. Here's the 0-1. Merrill's going to show bunt. Pops it up, and it'll go foul out of play, and it's 0-2. So 0-2 here. Littell now at 11 pitches. If he can get through the first 2 under 20, the guy, Chris Singleton, who is the color guy on MLB The Show, 22, 23, I think, every year, he always says, get through the first 2 innings in under 20 pitches. Great pace. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. At a fastball up in the zone. Strikeout number 1 for Littell. 5 in a row set down. Strikeout up in the zone on a fastball. Just threw it right up there, and Merrill couldn't hit it. I mean, he threw him a splitter and a slider to start the at-bat. He went splitter and then fastball. He goes back to the fastball. So work with what works. He tried to bunt the first fastball, so he wasn't ready to hit it. So now to be Ty France, the first baseman. France hit in the 8 hole on Friday, had a couple hits. Here's the pitch. France takes a sinker inside, ball 1. That was a 91-mile-an-hour sinker. Doesn't get into the zone. 287 average for France, so the average is there. He has 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. He's 3 for 6 in the series with a homer. The 1-0. Swinging a fly ball And this one will go foul and out of play, so that evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1 here with 2 outs after that foul off. Littell back onto the rubber. He gets his sign. He comes set. Looks like Ruiz is going to call the pitches for him here. The 1-1. High and inside with a sweeper, and that makes it a 2-1 count. Couldn't get that one to dunk into the zone. 15 pitches for Littell now. I like tracking the count, making sure he could get through this first 2 innings well. He comes set. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a ground ball. This is going to be the shortstop. Abrams fields it on the chop. Fires it to first in time for out number 3 to get a jogging Ty France, and that's out number 3. 6 up, 6 down for Zach Littell here through 2 innings. He's got 1 strikeout during that time, though. So that is out number 3 inning over. That retires the side. We'll head to the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base once again for this Zach Littell going against the Padres. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It is still the Padres 0, the Nationals 0. If Zach Littell is going to throw innings down like that, this offense needs to get going. If he's really going to do that for them. Well, the Nationals have a good part of their lineup coming up with Abrams, Lyle, and Young in the bottom of the second. If you notice, I changed the picture here. It's the animated Nats Park one instead of the usual. I used the night image on Friday. I liked this one instead. Because it is an afternoon game, might as well make the vibes an afternoon game. Make the stream look like the actual stadium. It's now to be C.J. Abrams to lead it off for the Nats in the bottom of the second. Still 0-0, but the Nats can get offense going. Looks like the Padres can't go. They go 6 up, 6 down. Wood was the only one able to touch a bag so far. He drew a walk in the first off of Canning, but the Nationals need to get to Canning. 7 ERA over 22 innings. That means if he works 3 innings, he should give up about 3 runs or so. Maybe 3-4 runs. Bottom of the second we go. It'll be CJ, Lyle, and Young. CJ a lefty, Lyle a lefty, and then Young the other righty in this lineup. But the thing is, the Nationals have lefties in the orders and righties on the bench that they can throw in if needed. And at the same time, Ruiz will swap to a righty, which will make it 3 righties in the order. Then you can sub in Chaparro for Garcia Jr. That's 4 righties. Then if you need DH, you can throw in Millis. You can throw Millis somewhere. So you want to leave the extra catcher on the bench if it gets deep into a game. So Jacob Young will hit now, C.J. Abrams will hit now. First pitch. Abrams takes a breaking ball in there called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. That was the knuckle curve. He breaks that out for the first time tonight, and it'll be an 0-1 count. So Jacob Young bought a T-shirt or made one with a picture of Abrams with sunflower seeds in his face. That pitch with the second pitch of the AB is inside ball 1 on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and that evens up the count. 290 average for Abrams, 12 home runs, 47 RBIs. Canning into the wind. The 1-1. Abrams fouls this one off straight back, and it'll be 0-2. Couldn't get a good piece of that one. So that'll make it a 1-2 count. 1-2, no outs. On deck, Lyle. Lyle has a bobblehead day coming up soon, June 13th. I don't think we're going to be able to call that game. I think everyone knows why. The 1-2. Abrams takes a slider in the dirt, and it'll be a 2-2 count. That was 89 miles an hour on that slider. That makes it a 2-2 count. Poll, we got 16 votes, and we're 50-50. Let's go. 50-50 on the poll. Into the wind. 2-2 to Abrams. Abrams takes a fastball upstairs and then makes the count 3-2. So 3-2 here with no outs in the bottom of the second. 3-2. I think he's taken here. Canning do a ball last time we had 3 balls on wood. The 3-2. Abrams swings and grounds this one foul on the first base line. We'll do 3-2 again. So here we go. I have a shout out to give here. Shout out to my grandmom and grandbob who delayed their grocery trip to watch me today. Thank you to my grandparents for tuning in, delaying a grocery trip just to listen. Thank you so much. The 3-2 to Abrams. Abrams swings and grounds this one. First baseman has to range over to get it. Goes to the pitcher to cover the bag in time for the out. So first baseman Ty France had to range over towards the hole to grab that one and then flipped it up to the first baseman or the pitcher Canning to cover the bag. So that's out number 1. It'll bring up Dalen Lyle. So thanks to my grandmom and grandbob for tuning in today, delaying your grocery trip just to watch. Thank you. So to be bottom of the second here, 1 out now. Abrams grounds out. To be Dalen Lyle here. Griffin Canning steps back onto the mound. He has 17 pitches. He's working efficiently as well. The Nationals need to get to him quick, though. Into the wind. First pitch to Dalen. Lyle takes a fastball outside, and it'll be a 1-0 count. It's a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Sitting mid-90s with that fastball. Lyle at 253, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. The 1-0. Lyle swings and drives this one out to left center, going back to the left fielder. Left fielder Castellanos is there, though, and he makes the catch towards the hole for out number 2. So that's the first ball hit pretty well in this game. We've had little bloopers at groundouts. Lyle gets a charge on that one, sends it towards the gap, but that's out number 2. So that's 2 outs to your bottom 2, and that'll bring up Jacob Young. Forever Young will now come up to the plate with 2 outs. JY, who could have a big fly at any point. JY had a one last Sunday. Here's the pitch to Young. He takes in there, called strike one with a fastball, clipped the outside part of the zone. Could have ABS'd it, but we haven't gotten a replay just yet. But it looked a little bit outside. Here's the 0-1 to Young. Young swings and grounds this one. Third baseman Machado backs up a little bit. Now we'll fire over to first. Young hustling down the line, but cannot beat it, and that's out number 3, and that'll end the inning. So Canning goes 1-2-3. Both pitchers have seen 6 batters. They've faced the minimum. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. We're through 2 in D.C. We'll head to the 3rd inning. It's still the Padres 0, the Nationals 0. Thanks for tuning in on District Nation so far. We'll head to the 3rd. For the Padres, it'll be Castellanos, Song, and Fermin hitting. Littell will come out for a 3rd inning of work. Let's go, Nats. Come on, Nats. Got to get a rally going at some point. Got to get to this starter quickly. Got to get to this team in general. You got to put some pressure on the Padres, who are going to be a playoff team probably. So we haven't gone through them just yet, so might as well now. We got to go through one more thing, and that is the umpires in today's matchup. And you know it is umpires time, so you know what that means.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo!
Yep. Behind the plate is Dan Merzel. At first base, crew chief Dan Bellino. At second base is going to be Mark Ripperger, and at third base is going to be Derek Thomas. Those are your umpires for today's matinee baseball game. Top of the 3rd we go. Thanks to, shout out here to someone who doesn't get a shout out that much. Shout out to my dad today. Yesterday he helped me set up the cable down here so I could watch the game more live. So shout out to my dad. So here we go. Top of the 3rd. Castellanos at first. Unless something tragic has happened around the world, Castellanos probably shouldn't go yard. Unless something tragic has happened. And what to the 3rd? Quick game already. If we're in the 3rd already, and my stream has only been going for 37 minutes. So Friday was a pretty short game until the end. Same with Saturday. We swung through the first 7 innings pretty quickly. And then Sunday, today. Let's see how long this one goes. So Craig Stammen yesterday also was ejected, if you didn't know, because I wasn't streaming, but Craig Stammen got ejected from the game because he was complaining about a safe call over during the 7th inning when the Nats had their rally. First pitch, and Castellanos takes a slider outside for ball 1 at 86. Craig Stammen got ejected. Castellanos DFA'd by the Phillies early on in spring, heads to the Padres instead. 1-0 here. Castellanos swings and hits this one to right, coming in as Wood. He'll let it drop for a hit in front of him, and Nick Castellanos has a single to start the 3rd. So that's the first hit given up by Zach Littell in the 3rd, and first of the game. So he has himself a knock. Try to set him up with the first pitch slider and then go in the zone, but Castellanos knew he'd probably come back. So there's a base hit he knew was coming. So now to be Song, the second baseman. Here we go. Coming set is Littell. Here's a lefty to face him. First pitch to Song. Song takes a fastball just high and out, and it's ball 1. Song hitting 190 in his limited MLB at-bats. Sung Moon Song. If I'm getting that wrong, someone can correct me, but I believe that's pretty right. As here comes the 1-0 to Song, and he takes a fastball in there, called strike 1. That one was a little inside at 90 miles an hour. Looking at the replay, it was off the plate, but we can't ABS anymore. I mean, they did show the replay on Friday before the ABS challenge, which was really cool. Ruiz set up inside again. The 1-1, they're obviously working him inside here, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider inside and high. It'll be a 1-2 count. Can't hit the 87-mile-an-hour slider in the zone. So it's a 1-2 count now. Matt Castellanos just there had the first hit of the game. The Nationals are getting no hit too. Coming set to Littell. Just set up the 87-mile-an-hour slider in the zone. Here's the 1-2. That's a high fastball at 91. Evens up the count at 2-2. So can't get it to get into the zone there. Littell at 22 pitches. He's going to call his own pitch here on 2-2. Maybe he wants something here. Maybe he goes back to the slider. Using the fastball and slider a lot to get this game started. 2-2. Swinging a fly ball. Shallow center. Taking a few steps back is Young now. Young will make the catch for out number 1 here in the third. Just had to back up a little bit on that one, and that's out number 1. So that's out number 1, and now to be Freddie Fermin to hit for the Padres. Young didn't really need too much on that. He took a few steps in first and then had to go back. Still makes the catch. This afternoon, Sundays, brought a lot of kids out to the ballpark. They got the kids' ballpark giveaway over there with the Racing President's hat. So that's a giveaway that can bring in the little fans. Now to be Freddie Fermin. First pitch from Littell, and he's going to show bunt. He's not going to get it down, though. Misses the slider, and it's 0-1. Went to the high slider. Fermin still tried to get it down, and it's an 0-1 count. Fermin, 134 average with 4 RBIs. No home runs just yet, and a 407 OPS. Those are his numbers thus far into the season. They've got a little bit of a righty shift on him. Vivas playing over towards the bag, so a huge hole over there between first and second. And that's called strike 2 with a sinker, high part of the zone. So looks like Dan Merzel's giving the calls, or I think that's his name, Merzel at least, is giving the calls to the Nationals. 297 subscribers. Let's go. The 0-2. High and out with a slider, and that's 1-2. They got the first 2 calls high up in the zone, and they got one earlier today, but he does not get that call. That one was out of the zone anyway. So I'll make it 1-2. But a big hole between first and second with Garcia holding the bag and Vivas ranging over. Looking for Fermin to pull. The 1-2, swinging a foul off. Oof. Looks like it was off of Ruiz, off of his glove. We'll do 1-2 again. 1-2 went out here in the top of the third. Fermin steps back up to the plate. Littell. Come set. The 1-2. Swinging a fly ball foul first base side. We'll do 1-2 again. That time goes to the splitter. So far in this game, we've seen him go to the fastball, the slider, and he's rarely going to the splitter here, but he's using it as the put away. It's been fouled off a couple times now. Littell checks on the runner at first. He comes set. The 1-2 coming. The pitch. Swing! And a miss at a pitch low and outside. Castellanos is running. Oh, and Vivas is going to drop the ball there. Vivas almost got the tag down, but he drops the ball. So that's strikeout number 2 for Littell on a low and outside slider. Gets the hitter Fermin to swing through it. Low and outside. Ruiz had to bounce up, though, and fire it down to first. They probably had him on the tag, but then Vivas loses the ball. So that's strikeout number 2 for Littell. First time through the order, the Padres go 1 for 9 with 2 strikeouts and a hit. And it's the single from Castellanos who swipes the bag. Here's the pitch to Tatis, and he swings and fouls off a splitter, and it's 0-1. 298 subscribers. Let's go. We're now 2 away from 300. Let's go. So Tatis fouls off that first one. Tatis 0 for 1 with a ground out, but as we mentioned today, he had his first home run yesterday. Not really a clutch situation, just randomly had it. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a chopper foul on a splitter, and it's 0-2. Just fouled that one off. It'll be an 0-2 count. 0-2, 2 outs here in the top of the third. 270 average for Tatis. 1 home run, 18 ribbies with a 6.67 OPS. And I'm not saying that as a joke. That is legitimately his OPS this season. Littell steps onto the rubber. He comes set. 0-2 coming. The pitch to Tatis. High ball 1 with that fastball at 92 miles an hour, and that'll make it a 1-2 count. So Castellanos leading away from second now as he's in scoring position with 2 outs. Tatis would have to get a hit, though, to drive him in. Now, catcher will call timeout. Rarely see that. Ruiz calling timeout. Littell will now go to the pitch comm device. He will call his pitch on 1-2. I bet he does not go with the splitter. Tatis has fouled off both those splitters. He goes probably to the slider here. The 1-2. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Abrams is there up the middle. Fires to first in time to get a running Tatis for out number 3, inning over. So Tatis out on the grounder to Abrams, who made a nice play up the middle. Tatis was not close to running it out, though, and that's out number 3. 1 hit in the inning, a stolen base, no runs. 1 man left on base. It's Castellanos, and that'll end the inning. That'll retire the side. We're to the bottom of the third. It is still the Padres 0, the Nationals 0. Jay the Spawn says, weather is too perfect for the bats to move slowly today. Yes, totally. It is way too early. It's way too good of a day. 74 degrees at first pitch, sunny, not too much humidity. A little wind, a little breeze, just enough to keep the hitters going. What's the point of not having the bats going? That's my question. So to be Tenna to hit for the Nationals in the third, and then Vivas and Ruiz in the bottom of the third. The Nationals, though, have 3 scoreless innings off the mound. Let Littell go as long as he needs to. If Littell's going to have an outing, let him have an outing. Let him do his thing. We're still 50-50 in the poll. I want to know who you guys think is going to win, at least by the 7th inning stretch. We have a winner, or at least someone in the lead, but it also bounces back over and over. Happens a lot. We got plenty of people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Just a like count right here. We got 8 likes. So we got 8 likes already. Let's go. So at bottom 3, Tenna will lead it off, a lefty, Vivas a lefty, and then Ruiz a switch hitter who will hit from the left side. So those are your 3 guys in the third. 3 lefties once again. You don't have another righty until Meade, who would hit 6th in this inning if he does hit in this inning. The Nationals did really well with this order, hitting 2 righties, and both of them, they're confident to face a righty. Young faces a lot of righties, and Meade will face a lot of righties as well. The Nationals have 3 home games with the Marlins, 3 this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6:45, 6:45, 1:05, and then they head to Arizona and San Francisco for a 6-game road trip, and then they come back for Seattle at home. And Seattle is probably Seattle is going to be the next game we stream. I will not be streaming this weekend at all, next weekend. Finals is coming up, so we'll be doing that. First pitch to Jose Tenna. Tenna takes a breaking ball low and in. That's the knuckle curve, and it's ball 1. Let's go. 299 subscribers. We are now 1 away from the benchmark of 300. So we 1-0 here to Tenna, who's hitting 222. The pitch. Tenna swings and lines this one left center field. That's a base hit. Center fielder Merrill will go over to field it, but Jose Tenna continues to rake in his limited time in the starting lineup. He's got himself a base hit. So Jose Tenna in a matchup where he can face a righty, gets himself a nice rip there. A 104.6 off the bat goes Oppo Taco and has himself a base hit. Tenna has been doing more pinch hitting than he has starting. So when he gets a start, he's aggressive. He likes to go to work. He's hitting in a 7-hole today. Now to be Jorbit Vivas. Tenna leads away from first. The pitch to Vivas, and he takes a fastball high and out, ball 1. John Smith, 2541, says, I'm a Jays fan, but I just subscribed. Thank you, John, for subscribing anyway. I don't care what team you root for. Thanks for joining the community. Because we do a lot of games, and just if you're a fan in general, you enjoy the content. So thank you, John, for subscribing. Canning will go over to first, backing on a dive safely as Tenna. We still get some boos scattered through the stadium. Tenna will now get his lead once again from first when Canning gets back onto the rubber. He does. Canning comes set. No check on Tenna. Tenna has a good lead here. The 1-0 to Vivas. Here's the pitch. Vivas swings and fouls this one off. So it'll be a 1-1 count. Got Young to have a day at the plate today, says Jay the Spawn. Yeah, I agree. I think Jacob Young does well on Sundays. I don't know what it is. He might like hitting on Sundays, so he just does well more there. Coming set is Canning. The 1-1. Vivas takes a four-seamer upstairs, ball 2. Let's go. We just hit 300 subscribers. Let's go. 300 in the books. Let's go. Past 250 to 300. Let's go. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. The 2-1. Vivas swings and fouls this one off his toe. Oof, on a changeup. Hits it off his toe. It'll be a 2-2 count. Now we're at 301. Let's go. We have now hit the 300s officially. Let's go. Thank you so much to these 300 people who are tuning in every day. So it'll be 2-2 here. Vivas steps back up to the plate. He fouled that one off his toe, but he looks okay. Canning now at 27 pitches in his third inning of work. Vivas will take a timeout. He'll take one step, not even out of the plate. He just wants to step back in, get himself readjusted. So it'll be 2-2 here. Canning sets. The pitch to Vivas. Swing and a miss at a slider. Or he fouled that one off. Okay. Vivas just got a piece of it. Catcher Fermin almost held on to it, but it'll just be another foul ball. So Vivas lives to see another day. Vivas was a backup third baseman for the Yankees last year. Got a little time. Had his first career bomb with him. Now he's here getting some positional play at short a little bit. Back in safely's Tenna. Oh, and he's out. Tenna picked off, but Tenna wants a relook. Griffin Canning picks off Jose Tenna. Butera is holding the game here. He does not want to challenge. So Jose Tenna picked off. Wow. He's picked off, and that's out number 2. You don't want to see that. Tenna picked off. We're getting another look here. Yep, he was out. So Tenna picked off. Griffin Canning got it well here. So now to be Vivas. Here's the 2-2. Vivas takes a slider low and out, and that fills up the count. Third base umpire Thomas says he's not out. So it'll be 3-2 here. Here's the pitch. Vivas swings and misses at a slider low and in. Strike out. So that's strikeout number 1 for Canning, and Vivas swung at a pitch in the dirt and inside. Was running out of the box, and that's strikeout number 1 for Canning, and out number 2 on the inning. So that'll be Keibert Ruiz. Has 68 games back in 2025, 35 this season, 17 extra base hits so far this season, 25 RBIs. So he's matched his 25 RBI count already. That's great. First pitch to Keibert. Ruiz swings and fouls this one. Oof, umpire, off of the umpire's mask. 96-mile-an-hour fastball fouled right into the umpire's mask. Going to be an 0-1 count. So 0-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Umpire getting looked at here. Ruiz hit it right. Ooh, it didn't even hit his mat. Oof. His bat hit his mask. Oof. On the backswing, Ruiz lost his bat and hit it off the umpire's mask. That has got to hurt. Ruiz wants to check on him. Don't think Ruiz is going to get any good calls now after that. Looks like the umpire's okay. That's Dan Merzel behind the plate. And it is Dan. So we got Dan over behind the plate and Dan Bellino over at first. So the trainer now for the Nationals will come out and talk to Dan Merzel, make sure he's okay. Umpires will surround him, make sure he's okay as well. Maybe do some concussion protocol here. All 3 umpires, Griffin Canning and Jose Fermin are over there. He gets a sweat towel. He's wiping it off, make sure he's okay. With the technology we have, why don't we just have ABS call the game now? Can't be that hard for ABS to do an entire game. Trainer for the Nats still making sure he's okay. Merzel puts his hat back on. They're checking his head out, though, making sure he's okay. He should be good. Ruiz is not going to get any good calls now. With what he just did, his bat hitting him, there's no way Ruiz is getting one more frame call here. Fermin immediately went to check on him. Looks like Ruiz is going to check him out. They're all checking him out. So he will get behind the plate again. We're going to continue play. He'll step right back behind the plate and go to work. 31 pitches for Canning now in the third. That's how many Giolito had in his first inning of work on Friday. So they're not being great with the pitch count. 3-1 now to Ruiz. Ruiz swings and hits this one out to center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Just hit shallow center. Merrill will go over there and field it. Keibert Ruiz has himself a 2-out knock here in the bottom of the third. Nationals with their second hit of the day. Now another base runner. Just don't get picked off, Ruiz. That's the one thing. So Ruiz finds himself with a knock. So we're saying it's 0-1, but my score it said 3-1. So that was the 0-1 pitch. I apologize. So that's an 0-1 single there. Now to bring up the top of the order with James Wood up to the plate. Canning, come sit. Here's the first pitch. James Wood. Now, was this a violation? Oh, nope. Just a disengagement there. So 1 remaining for Canning until Ruiz gets an extra bag. Ruiz will not take a too big lead here. Canning set. The pitch to Wood. Wood takes a fastball, or that's a cutter inside, ball 1. So to be a 1-0 count. 1-0, 2 outs. 271 average for Wood. He had 15 home runs last season. 37 runs batted in with a 9.50 OPS. He's been good. Getting on base draw on his walks. He had a walk back in the first. The 1-0. Wood takes a changeup low and in ball two. Is Canning really going to walk him for a second time? Wow. Wood takes his walks, though. He's not afraid to do it. He's not going to swing at a pitch out of the zone. He will take his walks. He swings the stuff in the zone. He's patient, but he also rips when he needs to. So it'd be a 2-0 here. Here's the pitch from Canning to Wood, the former team that developed Wood. Here's the 2-0. Wood takes a sweeper in there, called strike one, and it's a 2-1 count. So it'd be 2-1, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, Wood up to the plate. Reese takes his lead away from first. Canning sets. Here's the 2-1 to Wood. Wood swings and misses at a changeup low, and that evens up the count at 2-2. That one was out of the zone, but Wood took a huge hack at it. Maybe thought it was more of a strike or just wanted to get under the pitch and elevate it, but he can't get it that time. So Canning now has James Wood on 2-2. But Mason Miller had James Wood on 2-2 again, and Wood was able to draw a walk. Canning will now step off here. Another disengagement. That's his second one used. So now really one more disengagement, and Ruiz gets an extra bag. So Canning can't step off now. Or Ruiz gets an extra bag. Coming set is Canning. Here comes the 2-2 to James Wood, the pitch. Wood called. Strike three on a fastball at the low part of the zone. 95-mile-an-hour fastball paints the bottom part of the zone. Strikeout number 2, first one looking of the night, or the afternoon. Apologize there. So that's out number 3, 2 strikeouts the inning, but 2 hits, a pickoff, and 2 strikeouts. So that'll end the third inning. We'll head to the fourth. No runs, 2 hits, 1 man left on base. We'll head to the top of the fourth. It is the Padres 0, the Nationals 0. As we head to the fourth, Zach Littell will go out for a fourth inning of work. Now that we're here with a third through the game, let's go ahead and look at the scores around the league. Going to check these out here. Here we go, just checking out the MLB scores. And if you're wondering if you're a basketball fan, everyone's happy that the Spurs beat the Thunder. I think that's a big thing. Now the Padres have the lead in the poll. Let's go. We got 33 votes. Let's go. So Padres Nationals 0-0. The Orioles have a 9-1 lead on the Blue Jays in the 7th. They were the early start game. The Pirates are beating the Twins 2-0. The Rays, the Angels all knotted up at 1. Braves tied at 1 with the Reds. Guardians beating the Red Sox 2-1. Marlins, the Mets have a 1-0 lead over them. The Tigers beating the White Sox 1-0. Brewers Astros just underway in the bottom of the first, so they're tied at 0-0. Later in the day at 2:35, the Royals and the Rangers will get underway. Giants Rockies at 3:10. Yankees Athletics at 4:05. At 4:10, Diamondbacks Mariners. At 4:10 will be Phillies Dodgers. And at 7:20, Sunday Night Baseball will be Cubs Cardinals. So an NL Central rivalry to end the night. That's interesting. We got an NL Central game to end the night. So here we go to the top of the fourth in just a moment. It'll be Sheets, Machado, and Bogarts for the fourth for the Nationals, or for the Padres, excuse me. Hope everyone likes the blue uniform I'm wearing today. Got that on. Beautiful Nationals Park. One of my favorite stadiums. Got to go there yesterday. Saw a Curly W in the books. Nationals Park, hot take, top 3 stadium in the league. Maybe because I go there just so much, but hot take, Nationals Park is the best stadium. First pitch to Gavin Sheets, and that is in there. Called strike one with a sinker, and it's an 0-1 count. Now 301 subscribers. Let's go. We had lost one, they gained one again, so it's a 301. So we 0-1 here. Nationals Park, it's completely blue sky out here. Here comes the 0-1 to Sheets. Inside, ball 1, and that evens up the count at 1-1. So 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. 35 pitches for Littell. 250 average for Sheets with 9 home runs and 23 RBIs. Littell comes set. The 1-1 to Sheets. Sheets crushes this one down the right field line, but that one is foul, and it'll be 1-2. Sheets was a business day early on that one, so makes it a 1-2 count. Just executed Littell, just a long strike. Now Littell will step back onto the rubber. He comes set. His front foot is kind of out in front of his back foot a little bit. Here's the 1-2. That's high now with a fastball, and it evens up the count at 2-2. 91-mile-an-hour fastball that time. So 2-2 here. Littell calls his own pitch on the pitch column here, looks like. Before going on the rubber, he called it. He comes set. There are some pitchers who do it all the time. Littell does it sometimes. The 2-2. Swinging a fly ball. This is in the foul ground. This one will just get out of play up to the first few sections. Garcia can't get to it. So that'll make it a 2-2 count. Top of the fourth here, if you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in on District Nation Live Nationals Play-by-Play. We cover other teams as well. Washington Commanders. I'm a Mavericks fan for basketball, so I cover them a little bit. I don't think either of those teams do not make the playoffs. I think the Nets could make a bid to the playoffs now. Here's the 2-2. So I'm going to fly ball foul, and we'll do 2-2 again on a splitter. That one fouled back. It was an 83-mile-an-hour splitter, and that makes it 2-2 again. So far, he's seen the sinker, the slider, and the splitter. Those are the first three he saw. Then he saw the fastball and the splitter. I'd go back to the slider right here. Here's the 2-2. Called! Strike 3 on a fastball right in the zone. Bottom part of the zone. Clips it there. Strikeout number 3 for Zach Littell. First one looking of the night. Gets a nice strikeout right on a pitch low in the zone. Gavin Sheets knew it too. He didn't like the call, but he saw the umpire coming with it. So that's out number 1. And I'll bring up Manny Machado for his second at-bat. Machado grounded out to third his first time up. The Padres were very eager their first time up. Here's the first pitch from Littell, and Machado pops this one up. This one's going to be in fair territory. This will make a triangle again. Vivas and Garcia. Vivas bouncing up. He was bouncing with the ball a little bit, and he loses it. Almost made the play. It was in his glove, then it popped down. He kept it bouncing, but he just couldn't make the catch. It kept going up and down, out of his glove, in and out, in and out. So Vivas had it in his glove. It bounced out, off of his arm, off of his glove again, and then it got away from him. So it's an 0-1 count. Garcia and Vivas were after it. I didn't think it'd be Wood, though. So Vivas almost made a nice Savannah Bananas type play there, but he can't make the play. Almost had it, though. So Machado didn't even think it was fair. He had to jump out of the box and start running. He's hit 10 home runs this season, 30 RBIs with a 6.29 OPS. 0-1, 1 out here. Littell sets. The pitch to Machado. Low and out with a sweeper, and that evens up the count at 1-1. So 1-1, 1 out here. Littell steps back onto the rubber. A lot of the Nats players wearing long sleeves here for this afternoon game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This is going to be at the third baseman Meade again, who makes a backhand. Takes a couple hops and fires it over to first in time to the first baseman Garcia for out number 2. So that's 2 ground outs to third for Manny. That's out number 2 now. So to be Xander Bogaerts now, who grounded out to third his first time as well in the second inning. The Nationals are on cruise control right now in the field. 1 hit given up through the first 12 batters. Coming set to Littell. First pitch to Bogaerts, and that's going to be swung on, lined. Meade can't make the play, and it's in the left field for a base hit. Curtis Meade leaped at it to try to make a catch, but Bogaerts just lined that one into left for a knock. So a 2-out knock for Bogaerts keeps the inning going. So a runner on for the Padres in the 4th. Meade leaped up to make the catch, and it just barely missed his glove. Meade almost had it. Looking back, it clipped his glove. Ooh, that's sad. He almost got it. He almost made the catch, but can't make it. So 2 outs and a runner at first for Jackson Merrill, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Littell sets. First pitch, Merrill will now go back over to first, but Bogaerts just kind of took a step back to the bag. Didn't even really have to dive back in there. First base coach Macias will give him a pat on the back after that. Talk to him a little bit. Littell sets. He waits. The pitch to Merrill. Swing and a miss at a splitter low, and it's 0-1. That went out of the zone, but got Merrill to chase, and it's an 0-1 count. 197 average for Merrill, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. Didn't realize he was sub 200. Not the best guy to have on your fantasy team. Who would do that, though? Totally not me. The 0-1 to Merrill. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, coming in as Lyle. This one will be in foul territory, though, and Lyle can't make the play, and it's 0-2. Flips the ball up to a fan, and it'll be 0-2 now with 2 outs after that foul ball. Merrill steps back up. Littell on 0-2. Usually calls his own pitch here. He will go. Maybe he will. He's going to step off the mound, take a walk real quickly, past the mound. Yes, he will. He'll call his own pitch here. He tends to call his own pitch with 2 strikes. How do they know? How do the pitchers know what's coming, though? Well, they might have the earpiece in their head, so they might see the pitch there. It's going to be 0-2 here. Here's the pitch from Littell, the 0-2. Low ball, one with a sweeper. Ruiz had to block it, and it's a 1-2 count. Littell goes to the breaking ball there. He hasn't gone to it too much yet, trying to get him to chase on it, but Merrill will lay off. So it'll be 1-2 here. Merrill will step back in. Littell, come sit. The 1-2 to Merrill. He'll go back over to first. Bogaerts doesn't have to dive again. So that's the second disengagement by Littell. So now Bogaerts is free to go with a 1-2 count and 2 outs. Bogaerts didn't even need a dive back in. So why are you picking him off when he doesn't even need a dive back in? That's a big telltale sign that he does not have a big lead. Now he has a good lead. He's probably going. He will go. The 1-2. High and outside. The throw down. In time for the out. They basically did a pitch out there on a pitch high and outside. Ruiz bounced up and fires it to second and throws a bullet. Stammen holding it. Let's see if Stammen challenges. Getting the word here. Waiting. Still has his arm out here. Let's see if he does want to challenge. He does not want to challenge. The game will continue. So Ruiz called for a fastball high and out, and Ruiz fired it down to second and got Bogaerts by a whole step. Oh, so they're not going to challenge here, but I think Bogaerts might have been in there. That's the funny part, but that's out number 3, inning over. So he's caught stealing there, 2-6 in the scorebook. If you happen to be scoring, that's 1-2, 3 batters faced, not a 1-2-3 inning though. Gets him out on a stolen base. 3 batters faced in the inning. 1 hit, caught stealing to end the inning. So Merrill will lead off the 5th. 1 hit in the inning. No one left on base, no runs. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. That retires the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It is the Nationals 0, the Padres 0. As we head bottom 4, the Nationals will hit. It'll be Garcia Jr., Meade, and Abrams for the Nats. They'll have a good part of their lineup up. So now the Padres still lead in the poll at 56%. We got plenty of votes in the poll, though. If you vote in the poll, while you're at it, be sure to like and subscribe. We've gained a few subscribers today, but we have a lot more people in the poll than we do in the chat. So we got plenty of people in the chat. The numbers do not add up here. We only have 16 likes. So be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel. So here we go. And a lot of this guy here still waiting for Jacob Young to have a day at the plate, though. He's not having it just yet. Looks like no one's having a day at the plate just yet, though.
It's Enrico Palazzo!
It automatically played. Because I had it up. That was not me, everybody. So here we go. Bottom 4, 302. Let's go. Thanks for subscribing, WWE and Padres fan. Thank you. Thank you, WWE and Padres fan, for subscribing. If you're a Padres fan, thanks for tuning in. We got you with play-by-play of this game. You can root for your team. But he's at 302 now. We're at 302. We're now 198 away from 500. Let's go. First pitch to Louie from Canning. That's going to be probably the knuckle curve upstairs, ball 1. Yep, that's the knuckle. And it'll be ball 1. To Garcia, who's hitting 266, 4 home runs, 29 RBIs, with a 700 OPS. Canning. Into the wind. Here's the pitch to Louie. Garcia takes a knuckle inside, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-0 count. 303 subscribers. Let's go. We just gained another. So we're just cruising over here, subscriber count. Let's go. We're up to 303. The 2-0. Garcia takes a sinker inside, ball 3 at 93 miles an hour, and that'll make it a 3-0 count. So 3-0 here. Meade is on deck. Meade is 0 for 1 with a ground out. It's crazy that Meade in the WBC, their power hitter for Australia, now he consistently is in the 3-hole for the Nats. Here's the 3-0 to Garcia. Garcia swings and drives this one. Deep right center, and that one is gone. Watch it fly. Luis Garcia Jr. with a solo bomb to lead off the bottom of the 4th. So 111 off the bat, 402. Luis Garcia Jr. goes yard, and the Nationals have the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That was as smooth as it gets. Garcia gets all of that pitch, sends it out to right center. As soon as he's hit it, he let go of his bat. As soon as he hit it, he lets go of his bat, and it's 1-0. Through his swing, he just let it go, and that is a home run for Luis Garcia Jr. to right center. So we'll do our celebration here. First pitch to Meade's outside, ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count. N-A-T-S, Nats, Nats, Nats. Woo! So it'll be a 1-0 count here with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch to Mead, and that is swung on and grounded foul, and it'll even up the count at 1-1. So it'll be 1-1 here with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Garcia, a smooth swing, and just rips it out of here. Here's the pitch, and Mead swings and grounds this one foul on a changeup, and that makes it 1-2. So to be 1-2 here. Just had to get the keyboard out real quickly. Just had to type something. So here comes the 1-2 here. Here's the pitch to Mead. Mead takes a fastball way high at 94, and that evens up the count at 2-2. So it'll be 2-2 here. Garcia with a nice swing there gets the Nats on top. So 2-2 here. Mead waiting the pitch. Mead swings and misses out a fastball at 94. So that's strikeout number 3 for Canning, and that's out number 1. So it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Luis Garcia Jr. goes yard. Here's the thing. He was swinging on 3-0, too. I did not think Luis Garcia Jr. had the 3-0. Doug Noble says, Luis, yes, Garcia gets out of here from another world. Sorry I didn't read the message there. First pitch to Abrams. Abrams swings and hits this one out to center. Shallow center going out to two infielders. Coming as the outfielder. And it'll drop in. And now Merrill loses it. Abrams headed to second. The throw is not in time. And it's off of the third baseman Machado. Abrams into second on the play. And he'll have himself something that gets him 2 bags. So I think they'll give him a single in E9. Thanks for subscribing, Elizabeth Dwyer. Thank you. So that is a double. So we'll see what they give him. With one out here, Abrams finds himself at second. So I can check ESPN on here, see what they give Abrams. So they're going to give him an E8. So Abrams has a E8 that gets him to second. So ESPN just gave him a double, but I think MLB is going to be giving him an air. So that'd be Dalen Lau with a runner at second and one out. So an E that gets him 2 bags. Here's the pitch, and Lyle swings and grounds this one to the second baseman. Song fields cleanly, fires to first in time for out number 2. So that moves Abrams up to third. So Lyle grounds out to the second baseman Song for out number 2. So trying to get anything here, trying to figure out what ESPN gave him a double. I was just told it is an E8, but I want to see what the official scoring rule from MLB is. They're going to give him a double. So Abrams gets a double from MLB. The official scoring rule is a double. Wow. Didn't think they'd give him a double on that. So 2 outs and a runner at third for Jacob Young, trying to drive in a run. That's not Darvish, that's Canning. He looks a lot like Darvish in the back of the pitch, and Young takes a sweeper low and out, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. That looks like Darvish when he comes set, the way he comes set, but it's Griffin Canning. Maybe he took from Darvish a little bit his motion. So MLB gave him a double on the official website. So I'm going to give him a double. I'm fine with that. Here's the 1-0 to Young. Young takes a sweeper low and out, and that makes it a 2-0 count. So 2-0 with 2 outs. Abrams stands at third. Young just needs a hit to drive him in. And I bet he gets it. So Canning will step back onto the rubber. He comes set. Here is the 2-0 coming to Young, the pitch. Young takes a changeup low and out. They're going to say he went, though, and it's 2-1. Young doesn't like that they called a swing on him, but that was low and out anyway. But he took a pitch out of the zone. Will make it a 2-1 count. So 2-1, 2 outs. Canning steps back onto the rubber. Canning comes set. The 2-1. High ball through with a fastball at 96. Canning put some umph into that one. Came down the mound harder than he usually does, but he's at 52 pitches now. He's given up a run after the Garcia Jr. bomb to right center. A nice tank for him. It's going to be 3-1 here to Young. If he gets a pitch here, he should be swinging. Here's the pitch to Young. Young takes ball 4 on a slider low, and Jacob Young will take a walk and bring up Jose Tena, who's 1 for 1. So Young, a speedy runner, finds his way on to first, and I have no doubt that he'll be gone at some point during this. He should definitely be trying to take a bag here, so 2 outs. Now, pitching coach will come out and visit Griffin Canning here in the 4th. But Young will take a walk. Tena now will step up to the plate with Young at first and Abrams at third, so some good speed on the base paths. Abrams' speed does not matter nearly as much as Young's speed. Young at first should probably take second. With 2 outs, it doesn't matter as much because in this case, you'd want to avoid the double play, but you're not in the double play situation at all. So 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Abrams at third, Young at first, Tena up to the plate. Tena's 1 for 1. Canning now at 53 pitches. Not having trouble with the pitch count as much, but he's having trouble with the run problem. Now there's 4 hits in the game for the Nationals, and they drew a walk just now. Tena will hit now here in the bottom of the 4th. The Nationals trying to put 1 more on the board. Tena's hitting .229, 3 home runs, 13 ribbies. Had that big extra inning home run in Chicago against the White Sox. That was probably his moment of the year so far, putting an insurance run on the board in extra innings. After they got the extra inning runner in, Tena decides, I'm going to add 1 more, and he went yard, helped out the team a little bit. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, and it'll be Jose Tena. Here's the pitch to Jose Tena from Canning. Tena takes a slider low ball 1, telling Young to hold on the pitch, though, not telling Young to go. So Tena held his hand up immediately, telling Young, no, don't go, it's not enough. And he was correct. Catcher Fermin popped up with it quickly there. So that's ball 1. So 1-0, outs here. Young away from first, Abrams away from third. The 1-0. And Tena swings and misses at a cutter, and it's 1-1. That was a huge hack there at 90 miles an hour, and that evens up the count. Huge hack. Bottom of the 4th, Nationals trying to put some on the board. Friday did the problem. Whenever they would put runs on the board, the Padres would be able to respond. Get them now instead. The 1-1. Tena takes upstairs. Young going to second. They're going to throw the pitcher instead, and Abrams back in safely. The Padres do not have a challenge. Their challenge was, or they do have a challenge. So it'll be 2-1. They use the play. Stammen's holding the game here. Does not want a challenge. So catcher Fermin popped up and fired it to second. Young got to second base. They'll see if they give him a stolen base here with 2-1, 2 outs, but didn't really take the bag per se. I think they might give him a stolen base here. Threw it hard to the pitcher Canning, who fired it over to Abrams, who was back in safely. I wonder if they give him a stolen base or I think so. Looks like time called here by the home plate umpire. Takes his own timeout. So no one knows that the pitch happened just today. They don't know what to call it yet. So 2-1, 2 outs. Canning comes set. The 2-1 to Tena. The pitch. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 2-2 now. So they're going to give him a stolen base here. Sounds fouled off. They'll give him a stolen base. 2-2, 2 outs. Tena just fouls that one back. Two runners in scoring position now for Tena. Young away from second, Abrams away from third. Now Young's speed really matters. Can he stretch a single to right, and he scores on it? Can he stretch something into that? The 2-2. Tena swings and grounds as one to the first baseman. He'll field it cleanly. First baseman, France goes to the bag in time on a 3 unassisted for out number 3, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run in the inning on the Luis Garcia Jr. bomb. 2 hits in the inning, a walk, 2 runners left on base. We will head to the 5th inning. It is now the Nationals 1, the Padres nothing. Jay the Spawn says, what did I miss? So we are now in the 5th, but the 4th was eventful. Luis Garcia Jr. goes yard to right center field, and the Nationals get a run. Jacob Young so far is 0 for 1. He drew a walk, though. Trisk says, congrats on 300. Thanks, Trisk. And thanks for you for subscribing. But let's go. Everyone's tuning in. Thanks to everyone who's hanging out with me today. But the Nationals, with a good game here, they're going to take the lead early. Once again, we didn't have to face Miller on Saturday, but we saw him on Friday. Hold this game now. Make sure you don't see Miller. That's the important part. So to the 5th, it'll be Merrill, France, and Castellanos. The Nationals don't really have a Mason Miller. They don't have anything. They don't even have a Finnegan this year. They used to have Ferrer, then they got rid of him. They used to have Finnegan, then they got rid of him. Don't really have any other ones. I mean, Beater is honestly probably your best arm out of the pen, but he wasn't able to hit the zone yesterday. So you don't really want Beater in that case. You could have, who are some other guys you have? Lovelady. Lovelady's probably your best arm. Lovelady is probably your best arm out of the bullpen. Swed top 5. It'll be Merrill, France, and Castellanos. Littell will come out for a 5th inning of work after a good first 4. Only 2 hits given up so far in the game. But anything bad could happen in the world, and Castellanos ties this game up, though. So you don't want that to happen. Let's hope nothing bad happens so Castellanos doesn't go yard. If anyone knows about the Castellanos curse, it is very real. I think the day the Queen died, everyone lost. I think BetMGM made a bunch of money because everyone bet so much money on Castellanos hitting a bomb the day the Queen died. First pitch to Merrill is in there, called strike 1 in the outside corner. It's an 0-1 count, and he didn't. 304 subscribers. Let's go. Jesus Castillo says hi. What's up, Jesus? So here's the pitch, and that is in there, called strike 2. It's an 0-2 count. So I can translate this message, I think. I don't know, though. Here we go. 0-2 here. Littell steps onto the rubber. Now he comes set. 50 pitches for Littell here in the 5th. The 0-2. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line and foul. We'll do 0-2 again. That one fouled off. So we'll just do 0-2 once again. We're at 304. Let's go. Now, road to 400. Let's go. We're getting closer and closer to the big numbers. So 0-2 here. Merrill hitting 197 with 5 home runs. Little sets, or Littell. The 0-2. Inside ball 1 with a sinker, and that makes it 1-2. Thus, Merrill off the plate just slightly. 1-2, no outs. Coming sets Littell. Ruiz calls for it inside, but now goes back to his spot. The 1-2. Swinging a line drive, right center field. That's going to get down. James Wood will field it in the gap. Merrill's going to have a single here to start the 5th. So Jackson Merrill just takes a 2-strike pitch and turns it into a hittable pitch. Goes out to right center field for a knock. So no outs here, and he takes a breaking ball and just kind of reaches out and pokes it into right center field for a base hit. Not the best swing on his part. So he has a knock. He's 1 for 2 on the day now. So now to bring up Ty France, the first baseman, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Littell comes set. Here's the first pitch to Ty France, the righty, a righty-righty matchup. The pitch. It is just low and out with a slider, and it's a 1-0 count. Ruiz didn't like the call. Does not ABS it, though. I didn't want him to. That was not in the zone. So it'll be 1-0 here. France hitting 284. Coming sets Littell. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a slider way outside. France took a hack at it, though, on a pitch that definitely was out of the zone. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Top of the 5th, we go. Coming set is Littell. Here's the pitch. Inside, called, strike 2. So a good secondary there by Merrill made Ruiz think he was going to go, but he didn't. So Ruiz popped up like he was going to go, but they called it strike 2 as well. So that'll make it 1-2 here. Coming sets Littell. The 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, right field, moving over is Wood, and Wood will make the catch towards the line for out number 1. Merrill's going to head back to first. He didn't really get ready to tag. That was towards the corner. Wood makes a nice play almost to the foul line. Wood had a range over, was running, and he made the catch for out number 1. So that was a fly ball hit pretty well down the right field line, too. Wood had to go running to the side and backwards, so kind of a lateral run there like a receiver would, then curled in at the end to make the catch for out number 1. So nice play there by Wood. Now a double play ball is what we're looking for here from Nick Castellanos, who's 1 for 1. Had a single and a stolen base. Here's the pitch. Castellanos is jammed and fouls that one off at 91, and it's an 0-1 count. I have Castellanos for a double. Prince Harry is next. Prince Harry is next. That's awesome. Here is the 0-1. Littell will go back over to first. Back in safely is Merrill. So 0-1 here with 1 out. Prince Harry is next. That's a good one. It's going to take him a little time, though. That's a good thing. It's going to take him a little time. So Castellanos won't hit a home run for a little while. Or if anything otherwise goes down. Littell sets. Here is. He's waiting now, letting the clock wind down. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a sweeper, and it's 0-2. So 0-2 here with 1 out. Littell would have 65 pitches or so. If he could get out of this quickly, he could be at 65, 70 pitches after 5. Let him stretch into the 6th inning again. Good work from Littell, who's been good over his last few starts. And maybe we got to let him start the game. Maybe we don't do the opener strategy with him. The 0-2. Low and out, ball 1 with a splitter, and it'll be a 1-2 count. So 1-2, 1 out, 60 pitches now for Littell. $60 pitches for him. You gotta work a little bit more efficiently if you want to work into the 7th like you did last game, but I don't think he will. The 1-2 sets up outside, kind of a pitch out there on a fastball high and out, so it'll be 2-2. You really wasted a pitch there. That's the thing. 2-2, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Clock winding down immediately. Littell gets his sign. He comes set. Clock winding down. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at a slider high and outside. Castellanos chased a pitch out of the zone that time. Strikeout number 4 for Zach Littell. He gets another one swinging. So he's just on cruise control out there. Castellanos swinging at a pitch out of the zone. Littell goes out there, and he can't hit it. So that's out number 2, and that'll bring up Song, the second baseman. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Today he's thrown 17 four-seamers, 17 sliders, and he's thrown 11 splitters, too. Not too many sinkers. Song takes upstairs with a slider, and it's a 1-0 count. 1-0 here with 2 outs. Sung-Moon Song is hitting 182. In his limited time, he's not getting all the starts over there because Tatis starts at second a little bit. Today, Tatis is starting in right field. Littell comes set. He works exclusively out of the set, so no change when a runner's on base. We'll go back over to first. Back in safely on the dive is Merrill. If you're wondering, the Nats are wearing their red alternate uniforms. They usually wear these on getaway days. And the Padres are wearing their alternate road brownish uniforms. I don't know what to call that. Just brown. San Diego spelled across them. Yellow and white trim. The Nationals have red. They have white and blue trim. The 1-0. Song takes a fastball high and out, and it's a 2-0 count. Ruiz signaling him to settle down a little bit, get the pitch down. Telling his man Littell, who's now at 64 pitches. 2-0 count to Song. Sung-Moon Song. Littell sets. The 2-0 to Song. And that is swung on and popped up. A shallow center coming in is Young. Young's calling for it. Young is under it. And Young makes the catch for out number 3. And that'll end the inning. So the Nationals, good defense there. 1 hit given up to Merrill, but Littell able to retire the next 3 hitters. 1 hit in the inning, 1 man left on base. So that'll retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It is still the Nationals with a 1-0 lead over the Padres. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Vivas, Ruiz, and Wood for the Nationals. Let's go. 305 subscribers. We're gaining a ton of subscribers here. Thanks to everyone who's hit that subscribe button at some point so far during the stream. Thank you so much. This channel is awesome, everybody. Everyone is subscribing. Let's go. Bottom 5 here. You got the bottom of the order coming up, but Wood will hit. We got plenty of people in the chat. Let's go, everyone. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel just a little bit. We're at 20 likes. Let's go. I think our record is 58. That was the stream we had where we had a bunch of viewers. The like record was 58. Let's see if we could break that today. I think we could. Bottom 5, we go. Vivas, Ruiz, and Wood for the Nationals in the bottom of the 5th. Thanks, everyone. Also tuned in to the Power Ranking stream. Me and PAS, Pure Adrenaline Sports, did some power rankings. And, of course, everyone will do, I think a lot of people from Pure Adrenaline Football will be doing some work with power rankings during the NFL season. But baseball is the best season. I don't care what people say about football season. Oh, it's fun. It is fun to track. Fantasy football is a whole lot of fun. Nothing beats watching games every day. That's awesome. During the summer, we're going to be able to call so many Nats games. It's going to be very exciting. .306 subscribers. Let's go. So bottom of the fifth, it'll be Jorbit Vivas to lead it off for the Nationals in the bottom of the fifth inning. Ruiz will hit second from the left side. Thanks for subscribing, Brian Yankees Salvadorinos. Let's go. Thank you so much. And thanks, Stream Elements. Stream Elements, the bot, helping me out by telling when people subscribe. So 4 hits for the Nationals, 3 for the Padres, but the Nats got a run out of it after the Garcia bomb. Canning in for a 5th inning of work, the pitch to Vivas. Vivas takes a fastball in there, called strike one. You know, Garcia on that home run, I don't know if I said it enough. That was a 3-0 count. He got a pitch right in the zone as Vivas will take a timeout. 1 home run for Vivas, but Garcia got a pitch right in the zone, and he went yard. It's now Canning into the line. Here's the 0-1 to Vivas. Vivas swings and misses at a changeup, and it's 0-2. So it's like 236, the section where Tarps Off goes on. Not too many Tarps Off up there. No one's up there just yet. And we're at the bottom of the fifth. Here's the 0-2. That's outside, ball 1. The Nationals got the Tarps Off going yesterday. Everyone was up. There's a whole section filled with the Tarps Off. That was awesome. And Nationals communications and PR, they need to lean into that. And they did. They encouraged it on screen. As now here's the 1-2 to Vivas. Vivas swings and grounds this one down the line, but foul, and we'll do 1-2 again. Ball girl will field that. Give it up to a fan. So 1-2, no outs here, bottom 5. Vivas has a home run this season, had a majestic one out to right field, got every last bit of it, and he stared at it when he hit it in Atlanta. Looks like a little kid got that ball, and they touched balls, so they both got a ball. They did a ball bump there. Let's go. Here's the pitch. Vivas swings and hits this one out to left field, going back to the left fielder Castellanos. He's under it, though, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the fifth. And now that'll bring up Keibert Ruiz. Ruiz 1 for 1 on the day. In his last 12 games, though, he's been raking. 400, 7 doubles, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs, and an OPS over 1 of 1.226. He's been great. Can't get better than that. He has been raking. So now, Canning into the line. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. Ruiz swings and lines this one into right field. That's another base hit for Keibert Ruiz. Sends that one out towards Tatis, and Keibert Ruiz cannot cool down. Another hit there. Second hit of the day. He's got himself another base hit. He's been, probably over the past few days, the best offensive catcher in the league. He has found something here. That's why you don't like to take Ruiz out of the starting lineup. I get we need Millis in there sometimes, but Ruiz just rakes when he's in this spot. When he gets hot, he gets red hot and cannot miss. He has 2 hits in the game. Now to be Wood, who's 0 for 1. First pitch to Wood. Wood takes a sweeper low and in ball 1. Almost hit Wood on the foot. That's how big he is. Anywhere you throw the ball, you're at risk of hitting James Wood with it. So it'll be 1-0 here with 1 out. Bottom 5. Canning sets. Here's the 1-0 to Wood. Wood swings and fouls this one. Third base side, only a 1-1 count on an 88-mile-an-hour slider. He took an inside slider and somehow still hit it opposite field. How do you do that? Most barrels this season. Wood is in first over Alvarez at 34. Wood has 37. Judge at 31. So Wood is a barreler. The 1-1. And Wood barrels this one up, and he sends it out to right center, and that one is gone! Watch it fly, James Wood here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Home run number 16, and it's a 2-run bomb. That one was a barrel, so he's got 38 barrels now. 113 off the bat, and it's 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. James Wood goes yard, and the Nationals add 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th. James Wood out to right center field, almost an identical spot as Garcia's, and the Nationals add 2 more. It's 3-0. Wow, they're helping out Littell today. So now to be Louie with 1 out and no runners on base. Here we go. N-A-T-S, Nats, Nats, Nats. Woo! Garcia will take a ball inside. N-A-T-S. Nats. Woo! That first ball was an 87-mile-an-hour slider inside. It's a 1-0 count. There we go. 3-0 game. We got to do some Nats chants. 2-run bomb. Here's the pitch to Garcia. Garcia fouls this one off on a sinker at 93. So that evens up the count. Ruiz gets on base, and then Wood goes yard. That was a barrel out to right center field. Out almost to an identical spot as Garcia's right over that tall fence out there in right center. And the Nationals add 2 more. So Garcia swings and grounds this one to the second baseman. Song fields it, fires it to first in time for out number 2. So now Garcia's 1 for 3 on the day, but James Wood 1 for 2. He drew a walk in the first, struck out in the third, and now goes yard in the 5th. He got an outside pitch that time, a little bit outside, and he pulled it to right center. Absolute barrel and sends it out of here. Watch it fly, James Wood. So now that'll bring up Curtis Mead. Now Mead takes a slider upstairs, ball 1 at 86 miles an hour, and that's ball 1. So Littell's the pitcher of record here through 5. Maybe he'll stretch into the 6th inning. Canning into the wind. The 1-0 to Mead. Mead swings and flies this one. First base side, first baseman in foul territory, and then the first baseman, France, has to duck out of the way. Wow, you don't see that a lot. He lost in the sun and had to duck out of the way. That foul ball. 307 subscribers. Let's go. We just gained a couple more. We were just at 305 when I checked. Let's go, new subscribers. Thank you so much. Here's the 1-1 to Mead. Mead grounds this one foul on a sinker, and it's 1-2. Yeah, he had to back out of the way there. Kind of had to shield his eyes at the last second and duck away because he lost it in the sun. Canning. Into the wind. The 1-2. Mead just fouls this one first base side, but we 1-2 again. That at 80 miles an hour that time. 74 pitches for Canning now. So they might need to go with the bullpen in the 6th if this keeps up. Canning into the wind. 1-2 to Mead. Mead takes a changeup inside, and that evens up the count at 2-2. 90-mile-an-hour changeup that time. Nationals have 2 extra runs on the board. They take a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. The Nationals going to work here on a Sunday afternoon. Here comes the 2-2 from Canning, the pitch. And Mead swings and fouls this one off again. That was an 87-mile-an-hour slider that time in the zone. Mead just gets a tiny bit of piece of it, goes to down the third base line. On deck is CJ. He's 1 for 2 on the day, has himself a ground out and a double. James Wood, though, adds 2 more with his 16th home run of the season. 2-2 to Mead. Swinging a fly ball out to right, coming into the right field with Tatis. Now has to come a little faster, and he makes the catch for out number 3, inning over. So that'll end the inning. The Nationals get 2 runs of insurance here in the bottom of the 5th off a James Wood home run. And the Nationals take the lead of 3-0. It was 1. Now they have 3-0. We'll head to the 6th. 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits, one of them being a home run. Another one left on base. It's 3-0 as we head to the 6th. So OPS, James Wood ranks 2nd in the league, and Abrams ranks 4th. I think that those are some numbers that an all-star would have. I think James Wood and CJ will be all-stars. James Wood's been amazing. And CJ Abrams has been amazing as well. They both have been amazing. CJ Abrams is at a position that is deprived of offense too. So CJ could possibly start at shortstop this year for the All-Star team, for the NL All-Stars, and I think Wood will come in. So those 2 guys have earned it. And also, I think Foster Griffin could make a bid to be an All-Star. Foster Griffin's been really good, and the Nationals could have a 3rd, and there's a chance that Foster is the 3rd All-Star for the Nationals. They could have 3 this year. I don't think they haven't had 2 hitters in a little while. 2025, they had Wood and Gore. 2024, they get Abrams and Finnegan. Finnegan added last minute. 2023, Josiah Gray. 2022, Juan Soto, obviously. So the past few years, they've always had just a minimum or just a pitcher and a hitter. But this year, they could have 2 hitters. That'd be awesome. So we'll head top 6 here. They didn't go to ad break at all. They were just showing an interview or 2. So now it'll be Fernando Tatis Jr. and Sheets for the Nationals at 6, and Littell will go back to work. James Wood, though. James Wood and Luis Garcia Jr. with a couple bombs in the 4th and 5th inning keep this Nats offense flowing. Nats keep it rolling in D.C. And James Wood does his little hop at home plate as well, where he hops onto the bag, hops onto the plate after scoring on his home runs. That's home run number 16 for him. Here's the pitch to Fermin. Fermin takes a pitch right in there, called strike one with a slider at 87 miles an hour, and it's an 0-1 count. So going right back to work on the mound is Littell at 66 pitches. Maybe he'll get another 7-inning outing. Then you just need one guy in the 8th and the 9th. Here's the 0-1. And that is in there, called strike two with a sinker, and it's an 0-2 count. Top of the zone, 89-mile-an-hour sinker, and it's 0-2 to Fermin, who's hitting 133. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout back in the 3rd inning. Coming set is Littell. The 0-2. High ball one with a fastball at 92. That one high and in. That makes the count 1-2. Fermin's 0 for 1 on the day. Littell gets his signal added into. He's going to call his own here. I bet he goes to the splitter or the slider here. Doesn't go back to the fastball. The 1-2. Check swing just outside of the slider, and that evens up the count. That was the chase slider there, but Fermin did not chase. He did not bite. So Littell now at 69 pitches. Littell is going to get the sign from Ruiz here. He comes set. The 2-2. Called! Strike 3. Fermin wants to challenge here, though. That splitter did look a little bit low, so I think we're going to get a ball here. Fermin challenges it. We'll get a review now. That was a good splitter, though. Hit the bottom part of the zone. We'll see if we get the challenge. Called! No! It's just low. Just low by 0.4 inches. Barely off. They can't get it, though. So I wonder when ESPN's going to register that it was called a ball. So it'll be 3-2 now, the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, and Fermin's going to take a walk. So Fermin is celebrating that. I don't know why. He is celebrating a walk. So runner at first here with no outs after the walk. So now to be Fernando Tatis Jr. with a runner at first and no one out. I think now you can think about getting the bullpen up maybe. 71 pitches in the 6th. Littell sets. First pitch to Tatis. Tatis takes a sweeper outside, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. So 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. Thanks to everyone who's already tuning in. We got plenty of views in. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel. District Nation. Coming sets Littell, the 1-0. Tatis swinging a pop-up. Shallow center, going out, second baseman Vivas coming in is Young, and Young to make a nice running catch for out number 1. Jacob Young came sprinting in to make that catch and makes the catch for out number 1 to retire Tatis for the 3rd time tonight, or this afternoon. Keep forgetting it's 3:01 in the afternoon, so it's an early afternoon game. Young makes the catch. All the players wearing their sunglasses here, protecting from the sun. That's out number 1. It's now to be Young with a nice catch there. So to be Gavin Sheets now. Here's the pitch. And Sheets takes a slider in there, called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. So 0-1 here, 1 out in the top of the 6th. Nice play there by Young, running in and makes the catch. Coming sets Littell. Here comes the 0-1 to Sheets. Swinging a fly ball, and this one will go well foul. Almost up to the 200 section foul. He was early on that one. Early as day. It'll be an 0-2 count. 75 pitches for Littell now. When do you let him leave? I wonder what that count is for him. He's now thrown his slider more than he's thrown his fastball. 23 sliders, 20 fastballs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss at a sweeper. Low and outside. Strikeout number 5 for Zach Littell. Capped that one in the zone, but still made it low and out. And Gavin Sheets took a huge hack and was early. And he manages to confront him on that breaking ball on the sweeping curve. There you go. 80 miles an hour, drop the velo, get some nice movement. 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Littell. Now to be Manny Machado. Machado swings and grounds this one. Pitcher Littell will try to field it. Now Luis Garcia Jr. will field it. He'll flip it up to Littell, who covers the bag now, and that's out number 3, and that'll end the inning. So a 3-run ground out ends the inning, and Zach Littell gets out of it again. 6 great innings of work by Littell, where he's only given up 3 hits, and that's all in the box score for him. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left on base. That retires the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's still the Nationals 3, the Padres nothing. So that play was interesting. Littell first was going after it, didn't make the play, so he ran to go cover the bag, and then Abrams went and flipped it up, or excuse me, not Abrams, it was the first baseman Garcia went up and flipped it up to the pitcher Littell for out number 3. So we'll head bottom 6. It's going to be Abrams, Lyle, and Young, the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Nationals in the bottom of the 6th. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in already to the channel. And be sure to hit that like button. Help the channel out just a little bit. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. We've gained a ton of subscribers today, but think about 9 subscribers already. And we got a ton of people in the chat right now. So be sure to enjoy the game and hit that subscribe button. That's all we got here. So we'll head to bottom 6th. So decently quick game, but we still got a good Nats game here as the Nationals have a 3-0 lead. Let's see if they can hold it, though. Littell working 7 again would be absolutely great because then we're set up well for the bullpen to only work 2 innings at best. That'd be a great situation. And good job to Littell if he's able to do that 2 starts in a row. He's proving his worth for this team. 308 subscribers. Let's go. He's getting another subscriber. Mad Million has his emojis. There you go. Thanks, Mad Million, for tuning in. So we're at 308 now, so we've gained 10 on the stream today. I think we've gained more than 10. We started at 292, I believe. So we've gained 16. Let's go. We've gained a ton of subscribers. So bottom of the 6th we go to be C.J. Abrams to hit for the Nats in the bottom of the 6th. C.J. hitting here, and then it'll be Lyle and Young for the Nationals. Is it still Canning on the mound, though? We'll see. Will he work into the 6th? I haven't seen, ESPN hasn't said there's a pitching change at all. So I'm assuming, and it's going to be Yuki Matsui to come in for the Padres in the 6th. Yuki pitched against us on Friday. So he'll come in here in the 6th. 5 innings worked by Canning. He only gives up 6 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned. He ends up walking 2 and striking out. Here's the first pitch to Abrams from lefty Matsui, and Abrams hits this one foul on an 86-mile-an-hour slider. So he walks 2 guys. He strikes out 3. Sets a line for Canning. Matsui, the lefty, will come out of the pen now. Matsui worked on Friday, did not work on Saturday. Now he works again on Sunday. Let's go, 309 subscribers. We're getting close to 310. Let's go. Coming sets Matsui. Here's the pitch to Abrams. Abrams takes a sweeper upstairs, and that makes it a 1-1 count. Bottom of the 6th. 292 average for Abrams, 12 home runs, 47 RBIs with a 933 OPS. Thanks for subscribing, Randy. Yes, thanks for subscribing, Randy. The 1-1. And Abrams takes a fastball low, and it's a 2-1 count. So how long will Matsui go? He comes into the 6th. Will he work 2? Will he work 1? So you got to work him into the 7th. You got at the least 3 innings to work if the Nationals can put this one away. They've got to work 3 innings. The 2-1 from Matsui. And Abrams swings and misses out a fastball at 92. Let's go, 310 subscribers. This channel's growing. Let's go. Got 2 home runs in the game from Wood and Garcia Jr. That's been all the runs today. So it'll be a 2-2 here. Matsui sets. Here's the pitch to CJ. CJ swings and grounds this one to the second baseman Song. Fields cleanly. Fires to first in time for out number 1. Here to start the bottom of the 6th. Matsui sets down Abrams. So that'll bring up Dalen Lyle now, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. He'll hit. DR Boy 22 says, let's wait until San Diego start hitting that ball. Yep, they haven't started just yet. They haven't started hitting just yet. It's the 6 innings, and the Nationals have so far been able to keep them quiet. So now it'll be Dalen Lyle in a lefty-lefty matchup. Matsui sets. The pitch to Lyle. Lyle swings and misses at a fastball low and out, and it's 0-1. So 0-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. 251 average for Lyle, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs with a 718 OPS as Matsui gets his sign. He comes set. Here comes the 0-1 to Lyle. And Lyle swings and misses at a fastball up in the zone, and it's 0-2. So 0-2 here, 1 out in the bottom of the sixth. Matsui now at 7 pitches. Lyle 0-2 on the day. Coming set is Matsui. He has 0-2 on Lyle. Lyle has been able to not make too much contact here. The 0-2 coming. Matsui waiting here. Clock winding down. The 0-2. And Lyle takes a sweeper way outside. And that one is ball 1. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. Ball 4. Ball 8. So it'll be 1-2, 1 out here, bottom 6. 350 subs and a Nats win. Let's go. Yeah, I'm at 310, but that's good. If you're at 350, that's awesome. But let's see if the Nats can put it away. Hopefully they can. Matsui sets. The 1-2. And Lyle, check swing. Did he go? Yes, says home plate umpire Dan Merzel. That is strikeout number 1 for Matsui here in the bottom of the 6th as he comes in. So that's out number 2. Matsui retires 2 in a row. So it's another series where the Nationals are playing a team over 500, and they come in and beat them, and the Nats now are an over 500 opponent to other teams. Coming sets Matsui. Here's the pitch to Jacob Young. And Young takes a slider right in there, called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. So 0-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. I hope everyone likes this hat. I wore this for the power ranking stream. Last power ranking streams, it'll be an 0-1 here. Here's the pitch to JY. Matsui, the long pitch. Here's the delivery, and Young swings and misses at a splitter, and it's 0-2. 0-2, 2 outs. Matsui is set down 2 in a row now through Abrams and Lyle. And I think if you can't get to him quick, he's going to work a second inning, so you got to get to him soon. But I don't think at this point when the Nats are winning by 3, we'd see Mason Miller. That means to anyone who has Mason Miller in fantasy, you only got him working 1 time this series. The 0-2. And Young swings and grounds this one right back to Matsui. Fields it cleanly. He'll flip it up to the first baseman. And that's out number 3. And a 1-2-3 inning worked by Yuki Matsui. So that ends the inning. The Nationals go down 1-2-3 against Yuki Matsui, the little Asian lefty. Puts him down 1-2-3. That'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. Wed to the 7th. It is still the Nationals 3, Padres 0 as we head to the top of the 7th. Looks like Padres are still winning the poll. We got 64 votes on it. Let's go. Anyone who's stopping by, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel just a little bit. This is District Nation, and we are a play-by-play channel. We cover lots of sports, baseball, basketball, football, the big 3. This is a channel we do live play-by-play, live reaction. We also make content to go with each sport. So if you're into any of the sports I just named, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Join the nation. We got 81 people in here. Let's go. We got plenty of people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to everyone coming in. Join the nation. Even if you're a Padres fan, we're going to cover probably the Padres again. I covered Royals-Yankees last Wednesday. Teams, neither of them I knew, and I came in and covered the game. I like doing that with MLB, and I'll do that with NFL as well. For whatever game is on TV for me, I will cover it. Because if the Nats or the Commanders play on prime time and I can't cover it, I'll just cover whichever team is playing an afternoon game that day. So we'll head to the 7th, and it looks like maybe Zach Littell will stay out here for a 7th inning of work once again. 2nd time in a row he works into the 7th inning. Well, he worked in the 7th, obviously, last start, but 7 innings because Poland started the game. Last time Littell went out, and he went 2 innings, and then Littell goes 7. So they just strung together a complete game together. But now Littell seems to be doing it himself. Yikes. Good to see Wood did his thing. Yep. James Wood did do his thing with a bomb. 6 innings of work for Littell. Only 3 hits so far. No runs yet. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. So let's see how long his leash is here in the 7th, if he's still out there, and he will. Here's the first pitch to Bogarts. That's low and out with a slider that time, or a sweeper, and it's ball 1. So it'll be a 1-0 count. How long is Littell's leash here? I don't know. Maybe we'll see him pitch for a little while, maybe longer. Here's the 1-0, and it is called strike 1 with a slider, but we're going to get an ABS challenge here from Bogarts. I think this one is touching. So we'll see what they call it here. Here's the pitch. It is a ball just outside. He's right with it, so it'll be a 2-0 count here. How much are we off by? 0.3 inches, so that's really close. CH Man in here saying, drop in to say hello and go Nats. Let's go, CH. Thanks for tuning in. I'll never forgive the Commanders for the Hail Mary interception 2 seasons ago. Bear down. Oh, you're a Bears fan. That's awesome. The 2-0, and that's outside ball 3. If you're a Bears fan, that's fine. That was a great play. The Hail Mary by Jaden Daniels, what a play. So 3-0 here in the 7th. Bogarts on a 3-0 count here. Here's the pitch from Littell, and that is high ball 4. And Bogarts throws his bat towards third base as he gets that walk, kind of celebrating a walk there. So now we got Disney in the bullpen, Orlando Ribalta warming up. Maybe he'll take over for the 7th. So a walk puts a man at first. Butera is not going to come out just yet. Bogarts draws a walk here. So that'll be Jackson Merrill with no outs and a runner at first. Littell comes set. First pitch to Merrill. Merrill takes a called strike on a slider upstairs. Called strike 1 at 88 miles an hour. We'll get a 0-1 count. We'll try this look again today. Double team action. You guys have faith Yamamoto will go do a solid later. Power of positivity. Yes. Merrill's going to lay down a bunny. Gets it down the third base line. Meade fields it cleanly. Fires to first. Not in time. Jackson Merrill bunts out of the shift. He's got himself a bunt base hit. Meade charged in. So, wow. That was bunted down the line. Meade came charging, grabbed it, fired to first, and in time. And that is a single. A bunt single there. Will the Nats challenge it, though? I think he did beat it by a step. They will not challenge it. Simon Matthews will come out here, pay Zach Littell a visit here, tying run up to the plate. So a bunt single there puts a man at first with no outs. Merrill lifts small, bunt the ball. I bet you think that was a great play. Yep, I do. Win this, yep. Thanks for subscribing, Dr. Boy 22. Thank you for subscribing. So a bunt single there puts runners at first and second. Here's the pitch to Ty France, and he lines this one to left field. That's a base hit all the way to the corner. Rounding third, headed to score is Bogart. Stopping at third is going to be Merrill, and now there's runners at second and third with no outs. So Ty France has an RBI double here in the top of the 7th. So that'll score a run. Bogart scores on the play, and now it's the Nationals 3, the Padres 1. So after the bunt single, Bogarts capitalizes with a hit. That's his first hit of the day. That's Ty France with the hit. So runners at second and third now. I believe that might be the end of the day for Zach Littell. He's at 84 pitches now. Or will they let him try to work it out? Yep, Zach Littell is out of this game. So Littell is done after 6 innings plus. Works into the 7th. He gets a walk, a bunt single, and a double. So that's the end of the day for Zach Littell. Cannot work any more than 6 innings. He gives up 5 hits. We don't know his run total just yet. He walked 2 guys. I believe it's just 2. He had 2 guys and struck out 5. That's a good outing. Successful outing over 6 innings. You know, I kind of disagree with myself now. I think we should have taken him out. I think 6 innings was good enough for him. Now, Disney is coming into a tough situation, and now he's going to have to get 2 runners in scoring position and try to hold them down because they score games tied. So maybe one scoring isn't the worst thing, but you can't let both of them score. It'll be Cassiano, Song, and Fermin for the Padres in the 6th here with runners at second and third with no outs. Let's go, everybody. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll check up on some other MLB scores while we have some time, because we got a little bit of time in between here. Got plenty of live streams going on as well. But let's check out some MLB scores, everybody. Of course, the Spurs won yesterday. I think the Thunder won yesterday. I think Nick Castellanos would have went yard then. So we go. Of course, our score is 3-1. And then, of course, the Pirates beating the Twins 9-0. A slaughter going on over there. The Rays beating the Angels 3-1. The Reds beating the Braves 4-3. The Guardians are beating the Red Sox 4-3. Mets have a 5-1 lead over the Marlins. Tigers beating the White Sox 1-0. Brewers beating the Astros 2-0. Rangers beating the Royals 4-0. Giants Rockies 0-0 at 4:05 tonight. Yankees Athletics. Diamondbacks Mariners yet to start. Phillies Dodgers yet to start. And, of course, Cubs Cardinals. And the Orioles beat the Blue Jays 9-5. So those are your scores all around the league. Here we go. Subscriber number 311. Daniel says, I have a bad feeling Nat's going to lose. Well, I think we're fine. I think we're fine here. Disney's coming into the game. Rebalta's coming in. And he gets out of, the thing about Rebalta is he gets out of hard jams like this a lot. He has one hold this season. He'll start the 7th. He comes set. He'll face Nick Castellanos here. First pitch from Rebalta. Castellanos takes a slider low and out, ball 1. So Rebalta will come in here in the 7th with runners at 2nd and 3rd that he inherits. Maybe he tries to hold him here. Rebalta sets. He'll have a 1-0 count here to Castellanos. Here's the pitch. Castellanos takes a slider just outside, ball 2. Ruiz is going to challenge it, though. I think the Nats might get this call. It was just on the edge. Maybe it was in the zone. We'll see. Here we go, and it is a ball just outside. Let's see how much we missed by. And it is 0.3 inches once again. So the Nats can't get the call there. They call confirmed for a ball, so the Nats lose one of their ABSs. They have been terrible with the ABSs lately. Danny says, hope so. Daniel says, hope so. So it'll be 2-0 here. 2-0. Here's the pitch to Castellanos. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out to center. Jacob Young going to get behind this throw here. He makes the catch. Going to fire it home. Merrill's coming home. He's going to go to third instead, but the throw is off. So up to third is France. So that's an RBI sac fly for Nick Castellanos for out number 2, for out number 1. So that will drive in a run, and now it's the Nationals 3, Padres 2. So it's 3-2 now. (3-2) into third safely is France. So here is Song now. The pitch from Rebalta's up high, ball 1. Song up to the plate. Just got to type something here real quickly. For Rebalta, he throws a slider, a four-seamer, a sinker, and a changeup. So it'll be a 1-0 here. Here's the pitch to Song. Song going to foul back and we'll do 1-1. That's a slider. He didn't get the full piece of it. So that evens up the count at 1-1. Top of the 7th here. The Padres have started to come back here. It's 3-2. 1-1 here to Song. A strikeout here from Rebalta would be great. Don't let anything else happen. Coming sets Rebalta. The 1-1 coming. Here's the pitch. Low ball to the changeup, and it's 2-1. You got to set him up, though. 312 subscribers. Let's go. Just gained another one. We are climbing. Let's go. I think we've gained 20 subscribers now. Let's go. Thanks to everyone who subscribed already. We're gaining a ton of subscribers here. Top of the 7th here. 1 out with a runner at third. Rebalta. We got 100 people in the chat. Let's go. Everybody hit that like and subscribe button. Here's the pitch. And Song swings and misses at a slider, and that evens up the count. Gabeism says, let's go Padres. All right. Let's go Padres. That's fine. If you're rooting for the Padres, that's completely fine. This will be 2-2 here with 1 out. On deck is Fermin, so a good guy to have on deck. Coming set Rebalta. Here's the 2-2. High, ball 3. Her support and contributions on District Neighborhood Network is greatly appreciated. Smash some free subs and hit the like button. Thanks for subscribing, Gabe. Yep, thank you, Gabe, for hitting that subscribe button. So to be 3-2 here with one out. You can't walk him either. That would not be good. The 3-2 from Volta. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul on a slider. And subscribing as well. If you're inspired to join the chat, you're welcome to do so at any time respectfully. Winners never quit and quitters never win. Yep. So 3-2, 1 out here in the top 7. Runner at third. Rebalta sets. Trying to hold down Song. Strikeout, he'd be great. The 3-2 coming. Here comes the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul on a fastball at 97. Rebalta ran it upstairs, but he just got a piece of it. Rebalta has to stay in the zone here. You can't really make him chase too much because you want to stay in the zone. So we'll do 3-2 again. To the silent listeners and viewers, thanks for joining us today on live stream broadcast. 3-2, 1 out. Rebalta comes set. He waits. Here's the 3-2. Blow ball 4. Rebalta walks him. So that's a walk. Orlando Rebalta walks him over to first. And now there's runners at the corners now with one out. But now you set up the double play ball. 313 subscribers. Thank you so much for that new one. We just hit 313. So now we gained 21 subscribers. If that's pulled off, I'm going to hit my parlay. Oh, that's good. Got a lot of sports bettors in here asking for advice and who's going to win and such. Usually get those. So Song draws the walk, and now Freddie Fermin will come up to the plate with the runners at first and third. Song does have wheels, though, so will they send him for the purpose of trying to get a run? So we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Fermin. Who is it, though? We'll get his name in a second. Haven't gotten it just yet. This is Miguel Andujar. He's going to pinch hit. Andujar is going to get the pinch hit opportunity here with one out and runners at first and third. Just a reminder, we're going to stretch here in between in the bottom, top of the seventh, bottom seventh. Seventh inning stretch coming up. So now to be Andujar. Rebalta sets. Here's the pitch. Inside ball one at 98 miles an hour with the sinker, and it's a 1-0 count. So 1-0 here with one out. Top of the seventh, Rebalta looking for his signs. He's got it. He comes set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Andujar. Called! Strike one with a sinker, and that evens up the count at 1-1. So it'll be 1-1 here with one out in the top of the seventh. If you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in from wherever you are. Say what's up in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. Vote in the poll so I know who everyone's voting for. Coming set to Rebalta. The 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul on a slider. Just kind of reached out and fouled that one off, and it'll be 1-2. Rebalta went to a fastball there. What did he go to? I can see on ESPN now because I can actually look at ESPN. Previously went to the sinker and then the slider. All right. So 1-2, 1 out. He went back to the slider. Okay. So he's running on the slider here. Coming set to Rebalta. The 1-2. Swinging a foul back again. Song was on the move there, trying to steal the bag. So no question, no doubt, he might go again. I think, personally, he will go again. Try to get the bag. So you 1-2, 1 out. Leading away from first is third from France. Song away from first. 1-2 count here. Coming set to Rebalta. Strikeout, he'd be great. And you're ahead in the count, too. The 1-2 coming. Here's the pitch. High chopper foul down the third baseline. He was early on it, so we'll do 1-2 again. 16 pitches for Disney now. Disney only worked 7 pitches on Friday in an inning, so he had a good inning there. Now he's trying to hold down this offense. Andujar chopped that one. Foul. Just barely hit it foul. If that was fair, it's probably not a double play ball, but that doesn't score the run because it was towards third. So 1-2, 1 out here. The Nationals trying to hold the Padres down as they lead by only 1 run. Rebalta trying to preserve this lead. 2 foul balls in a row now, though. He sets. Clock winding down. The 1-2 coming. He delivers. Yes, called strike 3. Throw to second. He's out of there! A double play after the strikeout, and the Nationals get out of it. Out number 3. Orlando Rabalta painted the low part of the zone. Now we're going to get a check on it. Stammen is checking on it here on the play down to second. So we're getting also an ABS challenge. It was a called strike 3, very in the zone. That was a bad ABS challenge that ends the inning. Terrible ABS there. So that's strikeout number 1 for Rabalta. And then a throwdown to get Song trying to steal the bag. Ruiz throws out his second runner of the afternoon. 2-4 on the play, and that'll end the inning. So the Padres are only held to 2 runs on, so 2 runs given to Littell, though, on 2 hits. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, and 2 runners left on base. Actually, there's only 1 runner left on base in the end. So they stranded the tying run at third. The Nationals, the pitching, just gets out of that. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. We will stretch. We don't have to take me out of the ball game, but we have this. The close second. Charge! That is the close second to take me out to the ball game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. So we are here, bottom 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, wherever you're tuning in from. This is District Nation, YouTube's home of Nats, Mavs, and Commanders, where you can find 3 awesome play-by-play, 3 different sports. We cover lots of sports. We love calling play-by-play here. We do power rankings. Well, we did them with PAS the past couple weeks. But thanks for tuning in. Wherever you are, wherever you're here, thanks for hanging out with me today on the channel. Thanks for choosing to be with me today for this Nats-Padres game. There's a lot of other channels, but you're here. So thanks for tuning in. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. The Nationals will have Jose Tena, Jorbit Vivas, and Keibert Ruiz up to the plate. Nationals barely squeezed their way out of that situation. Will Yuki be back out there, though? We'll see. Yuki really has been able to hold us down, though. We have not been able to hit Yuki. Tena will probably get pinch hit for. I'll bet Chaparro goes in for Tena because they'll send in a right-handed batter if Yuki comes in. So Nationals just trying to get going here. Garcia was able to provide the first part of power here back in the 4th, and then James Wood comes up and goes to an identical spot with another home run. So 2 big bombs from the Nationals to 2 identical spots, hit 2 different ways, though. So the Nationals have 2 bombs in the game. Let's go. 314. We now have Pi subscribers. Let's go. Almost hit 2 identical spots. First one hit 402. Woods hit 417, though, but hit to their right around the same place in the stadium. So at the Pi subscriber number, let's go. So now here we go. It'll be a new pitcher out there for the Padres. They'll get a righty on the mound. Here in the bottom of the 7th, the Nationals still have a 3-2 lead. Is that Jason? I don't think that's Jason Adam, though. Jason Adam is the one guy that, besides Miller, that you got to fear in the bullpen, that you don't want to see out of the pen. But the Nationals, 7 innings of good pitching now. Now that you got to get maybe a couple more runs. Get a couple more on the board. The Nationals trying to get going here with the offense. You'll have Tena, Vivas, and Ruiz. Combined, that's 3 hits. You got Tena with 1 hit. Vivas doesn't have a knock yet, but Ruiz has 2 hits, and he scored. So this team's looking good. One second here. Go off screen for a second. Excuse me there. Didn't want to play that, though. So we go. Bottom 7. First pitch is low and in, ball 1 from Estrada on the pen now. On from the pen. Estrada, the righty, will come out and work. I don't believe he worked yesterday. I was at the game, though, so I don't have a scorebook for it either. I just watched it. I didn't put it into my scorebook. Here's the pitch. And Tena swings and misses out a splitter low and in, and that evens up the count. So it's 1-1 now. So Matsui ends up working 1 inning. Yuki works an inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. So it'll be 1-1 here. Here's the pitch to Tenna. And Tenna takes upstairs at a fastball, and it's 2-1. Estrada on the mound is Jeremiah Estrada. 19 games, a 2-1-1 record, 6 holds with a 2.79 ERA. 29.3 K percent, though. He has the count 2-1 to Tenna. Here's the pitch. Tenna takes outside, and it's ball 3 now, so it's 3-1 here to Tenna. People taking pictures with Tom, one of the racing presidents over there, over in the stands, is taking pictures. I have a picture with Screech from a few years ago when I went to a game, so it'd be 3-1 here. Here's the pitch to Tenna. Tenna takes inside, ball 4, and the Nationals have a runner on base to start the bottom of the 7th. Runner on base to start it is always great. It's kind of crazy. Yuki only worked 1 inning. I thought Yuki would work 2. Yuki Matsui works only 1 inning. So now coming set is Estrada. First pitch to Jorbit Vivas. He takes low, ball 1 with a slider, and it's a 1-0 count. Sorry, that's some dead air there. Just had to do some pondering. Just thinking there. So it'll be Vivas here in the bottom of the 7th. He's hitting .236. Got a home run on the year. Tenna with a good lead there as Estrada comes set. Here comes the 1-0 to Vivas. And Vivas takes in the dirt, ball 2 with a splitter. That's ball 6. Rodolfo Duran is now in to catch for the Padres now, because there's a pinch hitter for Freddie Funamid. The pinch hitter was Andujar, now Duran is in to catch. So here's the 2-0 to Vivas. It's in there, called strike 1 with a fastball, and that makes it a 2-1 count. So they already got some changes around. That's the only change so far of the game. Nats lineup's been the same. They haven't had their big change just yet to face a righty or a lefty. The 2-1 to Vivas. Vivas takes outside with a fastball, and that makes it a 3-1 count. So 3-1 here with a runner at first. Estrada threatening to walk his second batter in the inning and in a row. There's a walk problem yesterday for the Padres as well. Their bullpen was walking guys. The 3-1. And Vivas swings and grounds this one through the hole in the right field on the ground for a base hit. Tenna's going to stop at second, but Jorbit Vivas has himself a knock here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Goes to the ground that time, just rips it down the right field line, has himself a base hit. Tenna can't really stretch it to third, just stops at second. Sets a base hit here. Tenna had to leap over the ball as it got thrown. He had to leap over it. Because it was hit, or as it got hit, he had to leap over because it was on the ground. So now, a knee being taken here by Tatis. What's happening here? A mound visit here for Estrada. Catcher coming out, and the pitching coach will come out and talk to his man Estrada on the mound. It'll be Keibert Ruiz. Now up in the pen is Adrian Morejon for the Padres. So it looks like Nunez is going to go run for Jorbit Vivas here in the bottom of the 7th. He's going to pinch run. You got a fast runner out there. A nice extra run could help. Let's go San Diego, says Dr. Boy 22. That's okay. If you're a San Diego fan, that's completely okay. I like having other fans here. So I just have another shout out to give here to my dog. Okay. I'm shouting out my dog here. It is my dog Mackenzie's 8th birthday today. So shout out to my puppy, Mackenzie, a golden retriever pup. Ruiz is going to show a bunt here. Ruiz will just pop it up, but it will go foul, and it's 0-1. Not a good bunt by Ruiz. 283 average for Ruiz, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs, and 819 OPS, but his hitting's been coming along lately, so his stats just go flying here. 2 for 2 is Ruiz. Why are you having a bunt? He is 2 for 2. Let him swing. It is a lefty-righty matchup. Now the first and third baseman will come in. They're already starting to charge a little bit. And the bunt, they got it down. They'll go to third, way in time. Now they go to first, and Ruiz is safe. So Song had to go cover first, but that bunt was not good enough to get Tenna to third, so no one will advance. So that bunt is going to be a fielder's choice, which is, so coming in was the first baseman, France, and he was able to go to third in time to get Tenna and then over to first, but Ruiz got there in time, saw him, couldn't swipe the tag. The throw was a little wide, and he couldn't swipe the tag over to first. So now there's a runner at first and second with one out. 3-5. So now we're going to go. Adrian Morejon's going to come in for the Padres to face James Wood, who already has a bomb in this game. Now he really just needs a single. So Estrada ends up only working a third of an inning. Estrada can't get out of it. Gives up a hit. Don't know his run total just yet, and he had a walk, no strikeouts. So that's his line for the night so far. Runners at first and second. Tenna was out on the bunt. Pure Adrenaline Sports is here. What's up, PAS? Thanks for tuning in. PAS is here. He says, over 100 in the chat. Smash the thumbs up and subscribe. Let's go. Let's go, PS. Be sure to check out Pure Adrenaline Sports. We did power rankings together. He's doing the Mets game right now, I believe, but we're here doing the Nats game. So here we go. Be sure to like and subscribe. We've gained over 20, I believe, today. Or we started at 292. So we've gained 32 subscribers today. Let's go. We are climbing and climbing. The number just keeps going up. So here we go. Bottom 7. Runners at first and second. Adrian Morejon's going to come into the game for the Padres. Now the question is, who will come in the Nationals for the 8th? Because the Nationals have to work an 8th inning in the field and the 9th inning. Hopefully it's not a save situation. Maybe the Nats can put a few more on the board. Maybe Rebalta works another inning. Rebalta got a sac fly, a walk, and a strikeout. Or you go to a lefty. He's got Tatis Jr., Sheets, and Machado. Or in that case, go to a righty. So maybe 8th inning. I'd say go to Beater. Try Beater again. So Adrian Morejon will come on to face James Wood here with runners at first and second. A lefty-lefty matchup. Do you pinch hit for Wood, though? 26 games, a 4-run record for him, 11 holds, a 3.99 ERA, 29.4 K percent. Here we go. One out. There's a walk, a single, and a bunt fielder's choice. Wood finds himself up to the plate to face Morejon. Don't think he has a multi-bomb game yet. First pitch from Morejon to Wood. Wood's going to take a slider low ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. On deck's Garcia Jr., though, who's hot as well. Both of them are hot. 315 subscribers. Let's go. Another subscriber. 1-0-1 out here. Morejon sets. Here is the pitch to James Wood. Wood swings and misses at a sinker, and it's a 1-1 count. Took a huge hack at that 99-mile-an-hour sinker. So that evens up the count. Coming set is Morejon. Here's the 1-1 to Wood. Wood swings and grounds this one down the left field line, but foul. So you can't really shift on Wood either way because Wood can go oppo taco as well. Wood can hit a home run opposite field, or he can hit a double oppo. He's got power going both ways. You can't really shift on him. Hit the like button and sub to District Nation Network. Let's go, Charles. Thanks for that reminder. Coming set is Morejon. The 1-2. Wood swings and fouls this one off. Oof, that one hit the glove catcher Duran, where he looks okay. Umpire will go throw out a new ball as he's going to give Duran a second to make sure he's okay. Umpire will check on him. Looks like Duran's okay. That's Rodolfo Duran. He got the start yesterday. No Faramin yesterday. Morejon comes set. Here comes the 1-2 to Wood. Wood takes a fastball upstairs. They're going to say he didn't go. Check swing by Wood. No, says third base umpire Thomas. So that evens up the count at 2-2 with one out. Nationals trying to find something here with runners at first and second and one out. Just a base hit here would be nice. Get another run in. Morejon sets. 2-2 coming. The pitch. Wood swings and grounds this one foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. Guy in the dugout tried to reach out and grab it, but he can't. So that evens up the count at 2-2. 2-2, one out. On deck is Chaparro. He's going to pinch hit for Luis Garcia Jr., who does have a homer in the game, though. But I guess they want Chaparro up to the plate. 6 pitches in this AB already to Wood. The 2-2 coming. Wood swings and grounds this one foul on a 100-mile-an-hour sinker, and we'll do 1-2 again, or 2-2 again. Just a good AB here all around by Wood. 2-2-1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Wood facing Morejon. Here comes another 2-2 pitch. Here's the pitch to Wood. Wood swings in, lines his one to left, fielded on the ground by Machado. Goes to second in time to get Wood at first. Not in time. So that's a fielder's choice. Machado made the play at third. Went to second with it. Got the play there. But he's not. He is safe at first. So it's a fielder's choice to put Wood at first. Now Nunez is at third. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Andres Chaparro in the spot of Luis Garcia Jr. here in the 2-hole. So they're going to start unloading the bench a little bit. It'll be Andres Chaparro to come off the bench. 2 R's in his name, spelled C-A-P-C-H-A-P-A-R-R-O. That's Chaparro's name. Here's the pitch to Chaparro. First pitch is in there. Called strike one with a sinker at 100 miles an hour. So here we go. Chaparro will hit here. 0-1 now. Here's the pitch. Chaparro swings and grounds this one down the line. It's fair. All the way to the corner. Nunez scores. Coming over to get is the left fielder. Wood around third. He's going to stop there. So James Wood in the second. And Andres Chaparro with an RBI double here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Andres Chaparro delivers in the pinch hit roll. And he's got himself a double. Nunez was easily able to score from third, and the Nationals make their lead a little bit bigger. It's 4-2. Here we go. N-A-T-S, Nats, woo! And the Nationals extend their lead just a little bit. It's 4-2. Now it's Meade to hit, and that is in there. Called strike one with a sinker at 101. Over to third is Wood. So now the Nats really threatening here. Here's the pitch to Meade. Meade takes upstairs, ball 1 at 101-mile-an-hour fastball. So Morejon can really throw the ball hard. But the Nationals now take a 2-run lead. They make it 4-2. Now it's not just 1 run, it's 2 runs. Thanks to that new subscriber, now at 316. Coming sets Morejon, the 1-1 to Meade. Meade swings and hits this one out to right field, but Tatis is under it. Tatis shading the sun, and he'll make the catch for out number 3, inning over. But Andres Chaparro delivers in the pinch hit roll, lines one down the line, grounded it, and got it just enough for a double. So the Nationals get 1 more on the board, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We'll go to the 8th. The Nationals have a 4-2 lead over the San Diego Padres. We'll head to the 8th. It'll be the top of the order with Tatis Jr., Sheets, and Machado. Who will come into the game for the Nats? Who's going to get those guys? Let's go. We just hit 317 subscribers on the subscriber count. Let's go. We are growing. Let's go, everybody. I hope everyone here who's just listening in, take a moment, if you could, to just subscribe. Just take a moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It does not cost any money. Completely free. And you can help out the channel tremendously. Helping out the channel is completely free right here. You can just hit that 1 subscribe button, and it helps expand the subscriber count. And we got 27 likes on the stream. Let's go. 27 likes. That's awesome. And we got 54%. Padres are winning the poll. Okay. I like it when another team wins the poll because then people get to talk about it. So here, just for a moment here. Going to go off screen. Said to the 8th. Here we go, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to District Nation, YouTube's home of Nats, Mavs, and Commanders. And, of course, I'm a part of the Pure Adrenaline Football channel. Also go over and go there. So, Chaparro is now going to play first. And Nunez is now at second. Those are some of the defensive changes. and Fernando Tatis Jr. will hit. Will they stick with Rebalta? They will. So Chaparro now at first. Nunez now at second. Rebalta still on the mound. Smoothness out there over at second. Smoothness. Those are the only two defensive changes. No change from the pitch here, so Rebalta will work a second inning of work. Here's the pitch from Rebalta. Swinging a fly ball out to shallow left, going out to Abrams. Abrams under it, shading from the sun, and Abrams makes the catch, and Tatis is retired for the fourth time tonight. So that's out number one. Rebalta going quick work there to get the man Fernando out for out number one. It's now to be Gavin Sheets. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Fly out and 2 strikeouts. That's his line so far. 247 average, 9 home runs, 23 ribbies. First pitch from Rebalta to Sheets. Sheets going to show a bunt. He misses it, though. He goes after it. He showed it. It's strike one. So we got Clayton Beater and Richard Lovelady up in the pen. So I'm assuming Lovelady will go the ninth, and Beater goes whatever eighth Rebalta can't finish. But Lovelady can get warm now. So to be one out here. Rebalta sets. Here's the pitch. Low and in ball one with a slider, and that makes it 1-1. 1-1, one out here in the top of the eighth inning. 20 pitches now for Rebalta, who wears number 64 on the mound. Disney, waiting on his sign. He comes set. Here is the pitch from Rebalta to Sheets. Sheets swings and fouls this one off, and it'll be a 1-2 count. 1-2 here in the top of the eighth. 4-2 lead. Garcia Jr. and Wood really helping out the team with their respective home runs. And of course, just now Chaparro with that double down the line. So it'll be 1-2 here with one out. Here's the pitch from Rebalta. Just low ball two with a changeup, and that evens up the count. Both teams are now left to one ABS challenge. They used to be at 2, now they're at 1. Rebalta swinging his arm. He now comes set. He waits. Now here comes the 2-2 coming. The pitch. High ball 3. Let's go San Diego. 2 runs is nothing for you guys. Yep, root for your respective teams. That is completely fine. I'm rooting for the Nats to hold him down. So on deck is Manny. He's 0 for 3. Sheets 0 for 3 as well. So we have a 3-2, 1 out here situation. Rebalta sets. The 3-2. Swinging a fly ball. This one is going to go out of play. And we'll do 3-2 again back towards the 200 section. So do 3-2 again. A strike would be nice. Just anything in the zone can help out the team. And get Richard Lovelady up. Richard Lovelady could go for his 6th save of the season. Rebalta. Waiting for a sign. He comes set. Waits now. The 3-2 coming. The pitch. Swing! And I missed at a slider low and out. Strikeout number 2 for Orlando Rebalta. This time it's swinging. And the Nationals have 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Orlando Rebalta going right back to work there. Gets a strikeout of Gavin Sheets. That's strikeout number 2. So just so you know, I might record this preview series video just a little bit later tomorrow as Rebalta throws his first pitch to Manny, and that is way inside ball 1. Backs Manny off the plate, and it'll be a 1-0 count. I might film that video just a little bit later because I am going to be studying for finals coming up, so I might be a little bit off with the schedule. May not stream as much. May not stream until June 12th. I think that's when I come back. That's my last final. That's when we'll be back streaming. That is when a homestand starts, though. So here is the 1-0. Swing and a miss at a slider, and it's 1-1. Rebalta got Manny to swing at that one, and that evens up the count. Nats have a 2-run lead over the Padres here. Really nice. Just hold this lead until the 9th and hold it. I don't think they'd bring Miller in a game where they're trailing 2. Rebalta sets. The 1-1. Manny takes a slider that clips the outside part of the zone, and it's a 1-2 count. He gets the zone that time, and the replay says that it was in the zone, so it's 1-2. That was not an APS. That was just a replay I saw. I like seeing the replay so we could see what would happen if he had ABS'd it. Coming set to Rebalta. He waits. Clock's going to wind down the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to center. Going back is Young to the track at the wall. And he makes the catch as he bounces off the wall. Jacob Young makes the catch up against the wall for out number 3, and that'll end the inning. Jacob Young continues to be a great fielder out there. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. Jacob Young scales the wall as he makes a nice catch to end the inning, and the Nationals will head to the bottom of the 8th with a 2-run lead. They will hit in the bottom of the 8th. It is still Nationals 4, Padres 2. Right here on District Nation, live play-by-play, live reaction. Padres still winning the poll. We got over 100 votes in the poll. So the votes in the poll is very off from the subscriber count. So everyone hit that subscribe button. Help out the channel. Checking out some other scores here. So I'm wondering where we're going to now redirect to. I have a lot of channels we could go to here. We might end up going to PAS depending on which game he's covering. I think he's doing his game. The Pirates game is what Dr. DeLay is putting down here. I'd like to check what inning he's in. He's in the 8th, so he's probably going to be done before us. So I had 318 subscribers, though. Let's go. Gaining so many subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody, especially the ones who subscribed today and the ones who've been here since day one. That's been awesome if you've been here since the beginning of the channel. We have gained a lot of subscribers, though, since day one. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, it'll be Abrams, Lyle, and Young for the Nationals. Young just made that nice catch out there in the outfield, and now he'll get to go hit. See how he does hitting-wise. So Saturday, June 13th, we're probably not going to be able to cover that game, though, because I might want to go get that Dalen Lyle bobblehead. So it looks like Jason Adams now going to come into the game for the Padres after Morejon only worked 0.2 innings. So 1 run is given to Estrada. It was earned. And in the end, only 1 hit given up by Morejon, no runs. No walks and no strikeouts. That's his line. 319, let's go. We might hit 320 today. Let's go. We've gained a ton of subscribers today. Robalta, though, is cooking. Robalta, 2 innings of good work out there. After being put into a bad situation, he adapts. And Young making that nice catch, scaling the wall. So here we go. Bottom of the 8th, it'll be Jason Adam out of the pen for the Padres. He's a good reliever, and he will face C.J. Abrams. Adam sets, first pitch to C.J. C.J. takes a fastball in there, called strike 1. Jason Adam, 21 games this season, 2-0 record, 12 holds with an 0.95 ERA. It's hard to get to this guy. I think he pitched on Friday. He didn't give up a run. He gave up 2 hits, though. The 0-1. And Abrams takes a slider in the dirt, and that evens up the count at 1-1. Adam worked before Mason Miller. He was the last guy to go before him. So Adam worked in the 8th. He gave up 2 hits, though. The Nationals got to him. And that was Tenna and Millis who got a hit off him. Or that was, Young and Ruiz, though. Here's the pitch. And Abrams just swings and fouls this one off on a changeup. Evens up the count at 1-2 now. Bottom of the 8th we go. So it'll be 1-2 here. Cummings sets Adam. The 1-2 to Abrams. Abrams swings and hits this one. Foul ground, but this one will get over the net, so we'll do 1-2 again. Did that one get over the net? I think it did. So we'll do 1-2 again. That one fouled off by Abrams. 4 pitches from Adam now in this AB. Abrams would like to get to Adam right here, though. That'd be nice for him. As Adam comes set. Taps his foot a couple times. The 1-2. Abrams swings and lines this one to right center. That's a base hit. Just reached out and poked that one into right center. Merrill will field it, and Abrams has a base hit here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now the Nationals have a fast runner on base. They can try to capitalize here. Abrams pokes that one out into the outfield, has himself a knock. So now the Nationals have a runner at first, and Dalen Lyle up to the plate, who's been a little cold lately. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Abrams leads away from first with no one out. Be Dalen Lyle. Abrams with a nice lead, but not too much to go. So here's the pitch to Lyle. Now Adam will go back into first, back in safely with a dive. Is Abrams. No tag from the first baseman, France, on that play. So the first disengagement by Adam. Abrams going to get a nice lead now. He'll get a little farther away. Adam sets. He'll go to the plate here. The pitch to Lyle. Lyle takes a slider outside, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. 250 average for Lyle, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. Fly out, ground out, and strikeout for him so far. Been a little quiet. He hasn't had too much going on for him in the last few games. Here's the 1-0. And Lyle swings and fouls this slider off, and it'll be 1-1. That one was in the zone, but that evens up the count as he fouls it off. So Abrams can now once again get a lead away from first. Maybe he goes here. 1-1 count. He already has been picked off once. Adams going to get a nice look at him here. Here's the 1-1. Lyle swings and fouls this fastball off again. That was a high fastball and a little bit outside. Lyle just fouls it off. So it'll be 1-2 here. Three out, let's do it, San Diego. So now Clayton Beeter is the only arm up now, so it won't be Lovelady for the ninth. It'll be Beeter for the ninth. As Adams sets, the 1-2 to Lyle is outside, ball 2 with a fastball, and that evens up the count at 2-2. So 2-2 here at bottom of the eighth. It'll be Young on deck. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Interesting that Lovelady sits down, though. 2-2 to Lyle. Lyle swings and hits this one out to center field. Going back is Merrill, and Merrill will make the catch for out number 1. So that's out number 1. Abrams doesn't go anywhere. Lyle got a good piece of it, but it can't really do anything with it. So Merrill just catches that one, and that's out number 1. So now to be Jacob Young with a runner at first. Let's go. 320 subscribers. We hit it. Gained over 30 subscribers today anyway. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. Thanks for tuning in. Coming set now. Or excuse me, Adam doesn't come set. Now he comes set. Abrams with a good lead out there at first. First pitch to Young. Young will show bunt, and he pops it up in foul territory, and it's 0-1. So 0-1 here with a 1 out here in the bottom of the eighth. So it looks like outs above average among center fielders. Second place is Young. First is somehow PCA, who has not been good so far. I think this is the year Young does it. I think Jacob Young will win the Gold Glove this year. He has been in the running 2 years in a row now, and I think he deserves it. Adam will go over to first. Back in safely is Abrams. So that's the first disengagement now for the batter. Your support and contribution on District is greatly appreciated. You are valued indeed. Smash some free subs and hit the like button. Yep. Do those things. So it'll be 0-1 here with 1 out. Carlos says, good job, kid. Thanks. And that is in there. Called strike 2. The sweeper at 77 miles an hour. Thanks for saying that, Mr. Carlos. For saying, good job, kid. Thank you. So to be 0-2 here with 1 out. Young steps back up to the plate. Taps the plate a couple times. Now he waits. He has 0-2 now. Adam has him on. Abrams with a good lead. The 0-2 to Young. Young takes a sweeper low and out. They'll peel the swing, but he did not go. And it's a 1-2 count. So time called and a new ball put into play. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in already. And there we go, another subscriber. We're now at 321. Thank you so much to those new subscribers. We are growing as a channel. This is a fast-growing channel over here on District Nation. The 1-2. Young takes a fastball upstairs. That makes it a 2-2 count. We got plenty of people in the chat. Sub it up, everybody. Hit that subscribe button. Help the channel out. Help us out just a little bit. Coming set. Here's the pitch to Young. Young swings and hits this one out to left center. Going back to left fielder Castellanos. But it'll be the center fielder Merrill to make the catch. So a good hit there by Young, but it doesn't really do anything. That's out number 2. On a fly out to left center. Young doesn't get all of it. Quite every last bit of it. So to be an 0-2 count. So here we go. We'll head bottom 8, 2 outs now. Dennis Rich 6209. Thank you for those, and that's out. Thank you for those words. That's outside ball 1 with a slider. This is definitely one of the better play-by-play. Thank you, Dennis. That's very nice of you to say. Thank you so much for saying that, Dennis. You don't know how much I appreciate that. 322 subscribers. Thank you so much, Dennis, for subscribing. The 1-0 to Tenna. Tenna swings and misses at a fastball, and that evens up the count at 1-1. So 1-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. We're now at 322. Let's go. The Nationals trying to put another one on the board. Abrams away from first with 2 outs. The 1-1 to Tenna. Tenna swings and misses at a changeup, and it's 1-2. That was low out of the zone, but he was chasing it. Thought it'd probably be a strike, but it was not. So it probably will be Beater for the 9th inning for the Nationals. He'll face Bogarts, Merrill, and France. He'll have a 2-run lead possibly, unless Tenna can maybe get a hit here, keep it going. The 1-2. Adams will go over to first. Back in safely is Abram once again. So that's another disengagement by Adam trying to get Abrams out. He has been worried about him all day long. So bottom of the 8th, 1-2, 2 outs here. Adam gets his sign. He comes set. The ball's in his glove while he's in the shuffle position. He doesn't have it in his hand. Going back over again, and Abrams is back in safely. They're probably just baiting him to steal by this point. They want him to go. Gabeism says, "You are the GOAT, bro." Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. Calling me the GOAT. Let's go. You are the GOAT for subscribing, though, Gabeism. You are the GOAT. So, 1-2, 2 outs here. Coming sets Adam. The 1-2. Tenna swings and misses at a changeup in the dirt. Tenna's down swinging. So that'll end the inning. 1 hit in the inning, no runs. We will head to the 9th. It'll be Clayton Beater to come on. 1 hit, 1 man left on base. It is closing time. And Clayton Beater is going to come in the game. Here we go. Charge! Wife putting me in the doghouse today with the Padres loss. I put my rent money on it. Oof. If anything, I do not bet at all. I bet nothing at all. I do push-ups at most if I bet anything, but the Nationals today. I mean, the Nationals had the momentum. They won game 2. Miller can't pitch today because he went on Friday more than an inning. I would go with him. N-A-T-S, Nats, Nats, Nats. Woo! Top of the 9th, Beater is going to come on for the Nationals to put this one away. They just showed the closing video for him. They have a closer video for Clayton Beater. 2 innings worked by Disney. Rebalta has a great outing today. Only he gives up no runs. How many hits did he give up? He gave up no hits. No runs, no hits. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Good outing by him. Good outing by Rebalta. That's what you need for the bullpen. A guy like Rebaltimore. So here we go. Rebaltimore. Does anyone else like that? Rebaltimore. So we go. Top of the 9th we go. It'll be Bogarts, Merrill, and France. A lefty will hit. I thought it was all righties, but you got Bogarts and France. So he will face a lefty here. So top of the 9th we go. It'll be Beater for the 9th inning. Can the Nationals put it away? Here we go. Zach Littell works 6 innings, gives up 2 runs, then 2 innings from Rebalta of scoreless baseball. And then the 9th, now Beater. Let's see what you can do. He has 2 runs to work with if he needs to. Let's hope he doesn't use them. Let's hope we get out of this. So it'll be Clayton Beater here in the 9th inning. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Padres. 4 runs, 9 hits for the Nationals. That'll be Clayton Beater coming on. 3 of 5 for his save attempts this season. 14 games, a 1-0 record. 22.2 strikeout percent. He had a save yesterday, I believe he got credit for. He did, actually. Pitch to Bogarts is in there. Called strike 1 with a fastball. And it's an 0-1 count. He throws the fastball and the slider. Period. That's all you'll get. This will be 0-1 here. Here's the pitch from Beater. Low ball, 1 with the slider, and that evens up the count. He wanted that slider low. Probably trying to get him to chase at that. The Nationals will be back at home tomorrow. They'll be home for a 3-game series with the Marlins. Both teams have 1 ABS challenge to go here in the game, here in the 9th. Beater sets. The 1-1. Swinging a foul back and we'll 1-2 on that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Just gets a piece of it, and we'll make it a 1-2 count. So 1-2 here. Beater steps back onto the rubber. Bogarts, 1 for 2 on the day. The one time he drew the walk, though, he scored. Scored in that long 7th inning, the only 2 runs they got. The 1-2 from Beater. Low and out with a slider. He wanted him to chase at that one, and Bogarts almost bit. He had to hold his hands back, though. Almost got him to chase at the crappy slider there. But he spits on it, so it'll be 2-2 here. Coming sets beater. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball. This is foul, though. Down the third base line. We'll do 2-2 again. So 2-2 here. No outs. Clock winding down here to 1. Here's the pitch. The 2-2, and that is way high with the slider, ball 3. Beater was rushed by the clock that time. The clock was running, and he had to go straight to the plate. Let's go, 323 subscribers. We just hit more subscribers. Let's go, 323. We've gained so many today. Coming sets beater. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball. This can be at the third baseman, Meade. Makes a running play. Fires to first. In time for out number 1. Over to first baseman Chaparro. So that's how the 9th gets started for beater. A ground out. So that's out number 1 here in the top of the 9th. Let's go. Meade made a nice running play there for out number 1. Subscribe, says Carlos Torres. And he says like number 39. Let's go. Thank you, Carlos, for liking and subscribing. And we now just hit 324. Let's go. Another subscriber. Here's a pitch from beater to Merrill, and Merrill takes a slider inside, ball 1. How does beater do it? He's a good closer, a decent closer. We could say that. And he only throws 2 pitches. Carlos Torres says, go Nationals, go. Let's go. Come on, Nats. Let's do it. Close it out, boys. I got 9.5. Oh, probably for the over-under. Here's the 1-0. Low, ball 1, and it'll be, or 2-0, so it'll be a 2-0 count. Here with 1 out. Thanks to everyone who's already tuned in. Nationals fans and Padres fans. Looks like our poll, we got 109 votes and the Padres won. But still, that means we got Padres fans here for the play-by-play. The 2-0. Swinging a ground ball. This is diving play by Meade, not made. And that was going to be a base hit to left. So that's a base hit to left field. So 1 out now and a runner at first. I need 9.5 over. I need 4 runs. Well, the Nationals here are in the 9th. So if they don't score, we win. So scoreless gets us the win. So now it'll be Ty France, the first baseman. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Has a double. That was an RBI double, too. Drove in one of the runs. And then Castellanos' sac fly drove in the other. 325 subscribers. Let's go. First pitch to France. It is low, ball 1 with a slider, and it's a 1-0 count. 1-0 here, 1 out in the top of the 9th. Beater is really sweating out there. Already looks pretty hot. He comes set. He's getting steaming out there. Must be really sweaty. The 1-0. In there! Called. Strike 1 with a fastball. Pumps a 94 right on the inside corner, and that evens up the count. Trying to get this one closed out by the Nats. Nationals trying to get the win. Beater checks on his sign. He comes set. The 1-1. High ball 2 with a fastball, and that makes it a 2-1 count. So 2-1, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. 13 pitches for Beater. Trying to close it out. On deck is Castellanos still. He is a threat to go. He's 1 for 3. Hopefully they can make it so only 1 runner's on base for him, though. The 2-1. Swinging a foul, and France loses the bat. It'll be a 2-2 count. So Ty France lost his bat on that one. Castellanos will go grab it for him. He's going to go hand it to him. So it'll be 2-2 here. Wow, he fouled it off and lost his bat in the process. So it'll be 2-2, 1 out here. Let's go. 326 subscribers. We just gained another. So now France will go up with a new bat, and Beater wants a new ball. So Beater will get a new baseball here. He's at 14 pitches. A ground ball here would be nice. Just another ground ball. Coming sets Beater. The 2-2 coming. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. We'll do 2-2 again right off the nets. So 2-2 all over again with 1 out. Reeves will throw it back. Beater. That time was the fastball, and France just got a piece of it. Just able to foul it back. Beater. 2-2, 1 out. Let's go Nats. Let's go Nats. Stadium not too full for this Sunday afternoon game. Not really center field as much. Maybe some people have left. The 2-2. Called strike 3 to throw to second. Not in time. Oh, he's off the bag, and he's out, and the game is over. Yes, that ends the game, and the Nationals put it away here in the bottom of the ninth. Jackson Merrill came off the bag, and the Nationals get a victory and the series. The called strike 3 and the throwdown, and the Nationals complete the series win. That was a throwdown a second in time. Merrill cut off as soon as he tried to go there. And the Nats get a 4-2 win, and they take the series 2-1. And the Nationals have beat the Padres in a series for the first time in a while. So now they're 2 games over 5, and they continue their dominance. The Nationals continue to win games. So then Merrill came off the bag, and Nunez was able to tag him at the last minute, and the Nationals put it away. One more for the win. Let's do one more for the win, everybody. N-A-T-S, Nats, 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 woo! The Nationals get the win, everybody. The Nationals take a 4-2 win. This was a joint effort, the Nationals. 2 home runs in the game. They put a couple runs other together. Orlando Rebalta, 2 shutout innings. Beater comes in and gets the save. Zach Littell, 6 innings. What a game for them. Says, great call today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that nice comment. So there we go. Gave out a ton of shout-outs today. Had a lot of people come through. Thank you so much, everybody. Joint effort today. Rebalta works 2 innings. Rebalta works 2 good innings. 6 innings of work for Littell. He only gives up 2 runs. The Nationals take a 4-2 win. What we needed. We needed some momentum, and we got it. The Nationals got some momentum. They're now 2 games over 500. They find themselves at 31-29, and the Padres fall to 32-26. So the Nationals now 31-29. If the Phillies win today, I think if they win today, they're a half a game above. But if the Phillies lose, the Nationals take half a lead over them. So let's go. Let's go, Nats. Nationals continue some dominance on the field and off the field. Redirect to a dub. Let's go. Yes. Thank you, Dr. DeLay, for that redirect. Be sure to subscribe to Dr. DeLay as well. But we're going to head over now. So you just got redirected here. You're going to get redirected again. This time, we're going to head over to Pure Adrenaline Sports with a redirect. But thank you so much to everyone who tuned in today. We got plenty of views. So plenty of views, plenty of subscribes. We're now at, let me check my count right here, 326. So 326 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed, tuned in today. Joint effort. James Wood goes yard. Garcia goes yard. Rebalta works 2 good innings out of the pen. So I do have finals coming up, so I probably won't be able to stream for a little while. I'm just going to say that. But content is still going to be put out. As you saw, there's a video debuting, and I think in a week, I put out a video I want to be shown during my finals week. But studying for finals and doing finals, those are things I'm going to be doing. But once that summer's here, and I'm going to stream a lot of games, I'm going to be calling a lot of games, a lot of Nationals baseball. When they come back, when I come back from finals, they're on a homestand. But I have videos ready to be uploaded right now. I'm still going to film some series previews, as many as I can, so you guys can still get series previews. Thank you so much for tuning in. There you go. There is your redirect link. I will see you all. Well, my shorts, you'll see me, but my next stream, probably going to be June 12th. I'm just going to say that now. When the Nats come home after this 3-game series, that'll probably be my next stream. Probably not going to be able to do the West Coast swing anyway. So thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. I will be back soon. You'll see some content from me still. I already have videos filmed. I'm going to be filming some videos still. Probably not going to be streaming for a little while. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for tuning in to District Nation. The Nationals take a 4-2 lead.